Oh, jeez, that's me. Congratulations to Frito-Lay on being the first motherfucker. Ooh woo. Hans. Hans time. Hello, everybody. What is up? It is me, your good horse, Rosemary Darling, and I just realized the birds are a little loud, so I'm gonna turn them down. Just a little bit more, Cat. There we go. Ugh. Stop. Horse time. Na 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 na. Can't touch this. Na, da, da, da. And yes, I made my hat oversized on purpose. On purpose. Because I thought it'd be cute and funny. Also, hold up. I think I just noticed chat not working, so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a quick refresh so you actually show up. Hello! Maybe back later and stream to chat? Hell yeah. Horse time. Da, 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 da. Can't horse this. Da, 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 da. Okay, there we go. Chat's working. I fix. Baldur's Gate 3, but Man, the Dark Urge doesn't sink you team over death. Oh no! That would be too much even for me. We've been here the whole time. That means you watched me be down horrendous for Rouge and where I'm coming out from our rivals. Well, wouldn't be the worst thing you've caught me doing. Shut up, I'm trying to find a nice video put on while we yap. Listen, we are yappers. I saw a good one earlier. Oh yeah, so right before I started streaming, and the reason it took me a while, because I was like, oh, I'll start streaming after this Uma Musume run. And that took longer than I thought it would, which, oops. It wasn't even a good run. It was going so badly. I'm sitting here like, ugh. Anyway. Having the oversized Christmas horn, it makes it look like you have a floppy horn. My horn does get floppy when I think too hard about overpriced tacos. But yeah, I was bitching about a local taco place, which I'm not going to say the name of because I'm pretty sure it's a local place and I don't want to dox the ever fuck mothering shit out of myself. But they clearly missed the point of it. It is the widest, most gentrified taco place I have ever seen. We're gonna call it Betty's Tacos. Not the real name, not even close, but we're gonna call it Betty's Tacos. Betty's Tacos. I was bitching about it to some friends earlier. I think Holly was actually there for that conversation. Taco Bell white or Chili's white? Worse than Chili's white. Where we've reached a new level of whiteness. Let me just go on their menu. Just go on their menu and read to you some of the names of their tacos, because they're quirky, so their tacos all have fun names. Also, they have shrimp Rangoon bites on their menu, and mac and cheese donuts, so, you know. Like, those things sound like they'd be fine and tasty, but, well, you'll see. So we've got, the swipe right, the bee's knees, the boss lady. It is with great pleasure that I inform you I've finally arrived at my silly line of the year. The scene that introduced Tywin Lannister hits differently when you realize he was supposed to be skinning a fur baby. Wait, I have a furry model. Do I put it on? No, I want to be Rose Blob. We have a taco on this menu called the Gangsta, spelled with an A at the end. The BFF of Karen, I think, is like the one that boils my skin the most. Like, how dare you have a taco place and you name one of your tacos the BFF of Karen? Like, what the fuck? Like, that just... And I can't see any prices, by the way. I'm not seeing prices of these tacos while I'm looking at the menu, so you know these are some expensive tacos, which expensive tacos shouldn't even be in the same sentence. Shouldn't even be in the same room. And it's like, I'm sure they taste fine. They re-released Skyrim again. Again? Is Bethesda allergic to having an original thought? Can y'all fucking stop buying Skyrim? Oh yeah, they also have a Luxe collection of tacos. Spelled Luxe. You know, some Kim Kardashian shit. Oh, at least they have grilled cheesy street tacos. Like, the tacos themselves, I'm sure taste fine. I'm sure they taste fine. They probably taste amazing, even. But it's too fancy and too white. It's so gentrified. These tacos are so gentrified. It's because this new release is just a Switch 2 port, so it's less a re-release and more a port release. It's just slightly different. Still though, did the Switch 2 need a Skyrim release? You could just pay the $5 fee to port your Switch 1 version of Skyrim to a Switch 2 version of Skyrim, because that's a feature they baked into the system, and I'm tired of this, Grandpa! Did the Switch 2 need to exist? No, it fucking didn't! I'm so tired. Grandpa, I'm so tired. Also, I'm literally tired because last night I finally came to terms with the severity of my OCD. I was like, oh, I have a mild case, so people don't need to worry about me. No. I have very severe OCD. Also, I found a thing of a Christmas walk, of a little walking in a German Christmas market. We're gonna be watching that. Stop! I'm trying to get things set up. Stop. I hit F11 to minimize the, bar at the bottom. Look at this. Grandpa would understand being tired. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Thank you, Yugi's grandpa. I don't know you, but you're a real one. Damn, why the fuck? Oh, it seems... Let me get rid of the caption. And here we go. Sorry, Chad, I fucked it up. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Fuck. I fucked up taking one of my pills. And it went very badly. Oh, but I'm okay. And I'm just gonna stop trying to take my pills for a bit. I got some water. Got it flavored to get the taste out. I'm okay. I'm okay, though. I'm okay. I'm okay. This is why I'm so scared of taking my pills every single morning, though. Because I have an acute throat. It's heavily damaged by years of acid reflux, so even taking tiny pills is a colossal risk. Yeah, no, Coffee and I have recently become flavored water believers. We were like, oh, we should be able to drink it without our needed water without, you know, the assistance of flavored water. Nah, fuck that. Get the flavored water. If you're on the spectrum and you're struggling to drink enough water, get the flavored water. It exists for a reason. Things are meant to be used. Fucking use it. Ugh. Also, this market's really fucking cute. Look at that church in the background. I have a question for you, and I have answers. Toilet then. Which do I try to platinum first, since it's about the same amount of time? Ooh, boy. Ugh, still got a little bit of the taste in my mouth, but... Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep or Kingdom Hearts 3? I say Birth by Sleep. Because doesn't that one have Aqua? Aqua got Norded. Oh, look at all the little snow-covered merchant rooftops. That is so cute! Well, 3 does as well. Oh, cool. I genuinely didn't know that. I also got myself some bread. I'm eating the bread. I'm the coin and I've already decided Birth by Sleep, so do that one. Yeah. At random. Chosen at random. Ugh, God, that was rough. I will try again to take the rest of my pills at a later point. But now I'm just gonna take it easy. Because I know me, if I cough too much, I'll lose it. Oh, look at all the little Christmas goodies! Look at all those Christmas goodies! Oh, look at all those Christmas goodies! Whoa! Hey, Rosie. Hi, Lala! Well, semi-random, listen. Me too, Collie! Fucking me too. Oh, look at the cookies! Imagine that as a purse, though. That would be a cute-ass purse. Sorry, I'm trying to get into a habit of swearing less, because I'm about to, in a couple days, I'm joining the Jolly Jamboree, so I wanna get myself into the habit of swearing less, at least while I do the Jolly Jamboree, since it is the charity is for children. So, I don't know, I want to swear less for the children's. Yeah, no, Aqua does escape that curse. And also, she's a very pretty lady, and I like her very much. Man, this place is so stinking cute. Nuts! This is not a joke. I really like nuts. I think they are delicious. Especially sugar and seasoned and sugared pecans. The little fancy ones that you get at Ren fairs. Nutella! Nutella almonds, I'm assuming. Oh, yeah, I want one of everything, please. Just like to say low curses, heck, bugger, dang it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be sticking with the low curses. Like, I have profanity on, just in case I mess it up, but I'm trying to get more into a habit of making my language, safer for the youths. In case Gamers Outreach wants a clip to, like, show the children's. Because I believe the children should learn their swears from their parents during football season as God intended. Like I did. I learned like 90% of my swear words from my dad from the opposite end of the house during football season. Like we were talking about that the other day when I went to visit my folks. My mom would tell my sister Special Week and I to go to our rooms and like play with our toys so we wouldn't learn any bad words. Unfortunately, when it rains, it pours. And when my dad uses the naughty language, he uses it, oh, those look so good, quite loudly. Like, he has amazing lung capacity. And, like, our house, my childhood home, like, it was decently sized. Like, it wasn't a mansion by any means, but it was a decently sized suburban house. We heard everything clear as day, enunciated to the nines. Either football season or hockey season. Yeah. My parents are American football people. I have enough international viewers that I have to specify. American football, the one with the ball that looks like a almond. Oh, fruitcakes! I want to try a real fruitcake. Like, nothing from the store. To be fair, just saying football actually is in the same regardless in relation to the swears. Yeah, no, I've seen soccer fans, aka international football fans. Accurate. Regardless of which football you're talking about, accurate. God, this place is so cute! I would absolutely be having the time of my life in a place like this. And God, my throat still feels a little leg from, messing up my pill earlier, but I'll be fine. I'm a good girl, and I've got lots of water right here. Look at the toy stall! Last night's cafe didn't come home. You got 5 other SRs though. I saw your polls in general gaming. Follow. You got so... I was gonna run a Christmas-themed one-shot this month, but, I don't know if I'm gonna get it off in time. Hi, Desdemona! Hi, hi, hi! We're going on a wholesome Christmas walk. Tea manufacturer. Ooh, tea! I want some tea. Sure, Mr. Cameraman. What tea? What game are you resisting? Marvel Rivals. I saw the business Jeff suit. Yeah, but I wasted a lot of carrots. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But hey! Got a lot of other awesome girlies. Oh, they had the wine! They did the mulled wine! I love mulled wine. Rouge got a trailer too. Yeah, Rouge got a trailer. And if there's anything that activates my neurons, it's a beautiful woman. who could punch my lights out speaking in a southern accent. Like, y'all saw me acting very unwise when, Dolly came on and did everything. Look at the ornaments! So cute! What do you mean the Jeff suit is modular? So if there are different kinds of shirts and glasses and... Oh, I'm in even more danger than I was in before. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to keep in mind how blood-boilingly angry I was the last few times I played Marvel Rivals, and just how upsetty spaghetti it made me. I'm trying to keep that stuff in mind. Hi, gatitos. Oh, Chiffon, you were doing so good. Sausage related. Yeah, but then it's like, if I have all chats disabled, then it's like... What's the point? What's the point of playing a multiplayer game if you don't come into contact with multiple players? Like, heart glasses are adorable. They are. God. And you can't even play the game with your friends, because if you queue up in a team with your homies, then you're gonna get the try-hard queues, where people are like practicing for comp and crap. And you can't just like goof around and relax. Oh, look at the candy! Look at all the candies! Look at the scarves! Oh, nativity scenes! And also non-nativity scenes, just like townsfolk and stuff. Horse! Look at all of that. If you keep it to teams of 4 or less, you don't get the tryhards nearly as much. I remember struggling with teams as small as 3. I remember getting tryhard queues with teams as small as 3, and I'm like, really? Really? Yeah, but versus AI is so boring. They need an AI that's harder than hard. This is like, their AI is just... Even at the hardest level, it's so... bad. They've tweaked the matchmaking a little. Hi, Chiffon. How you doing? Okay, good. You're still nice and active. Yeah, I can tell that some of them went back to Overwatch 2. Because before I rage uninstalled it again, because I uninstalled Overwatch 2 again, because it was just making me blood-boilingly angry again. What you're saying is it's the opposite of a skill issue that I find going versus AI boring. The opposite of a skill issue. That's kind of... I mean, I wasn't exactly bad at the game. I'm not gonna toot my own horn and say it was amazing. Definitely not. But I wasn't bad. I mean, it is a skill issue. Exactly, my skills are too good. Many folks have just gotten high ranks and are raging in their alone lobbies, so they're contained. Like League of Legends, which, God bless those developers of League of Legends, because they are running a valuable service right now. They are containing a lot of really awful people. You're correct. You know, if I do reinstall, which I shouldn't, but if I do, all the chats are going off. They're not coming on for squat. Oh, good. They have placement matches. You no longer get GMs in bronze lobbies at the start of the season, which wasn't fun for anyone. Everyone hated that. Oh my! What I'm about to say is a joke. Oh my, is this you flirting with me, Ezraz? That's a joke. I know you're not. I know. I just had to make the bit. The bit was there and I wanted to do it. I know you're not. Pet, pet, pet. Yeah, I'm genuinely thinking of reinstalling it, but keeping all the chats off and only playing with friends. Like, at least one other homie. Because I'm sure if I ever get the urge, I can always just poke one person and go, hey, play with me. Not like that. I'm trying to be slightly more say-so than usual, by the way, because I'm practicing for the Jolly Jamboree coming up, which is a Christmas charity event for Gamers Outreach. So I'm trying to be slightly more, say-so. Like, oh, that was a big I almost missed it. Man with hot dog almost broke my streak. That's a beautiful church. Let's focus on the beautiful German church. It was a giant wiener. What did you want me to say? Oh, it was a giant wiener. Ooh, fluffy coat. That is a fluffy coat. I have a fluffy coat right now, although it's not puffy like that. It's like got a faux fur on the outside. It's really warm and really nice, and I like it bunches and bunches. Ask me about my wiener. Look at the clock face on that church. I want that on a dress. Could you imagine a dress based off of this church? Aw, Rogue's a vanguard. I was a half-decent vanguard when I had to be. Especially Penny, you know. Look at all this stonework. I love how people carve folds of fabric into stone. The early leaks had her pegged for a Stop! Penny is busted this season. Good. Pegged? No, that's Gambit getting pegged. I'm so bad at this. Oh, I'm so bad. Where were you at say-so practice? Your Honor, I was laughing at jokes about getting pegged. That's why I'm practicing, because I need to practice. Oh, more sweets and treats! Sweets and treats are what a princess needs! I showed Rose Old Man Blank and she's all wrong. Yes! It's true. Ezra showed me Old Man spoiler name, and you know me, Chad, I love a silver fox. Like, literally yesterday, like, the straightest I've been in a hot minute. Her webs now heal everyone, which means a few well-paced webs can turn battles around and shelter healers even. That's... I can see why the lower ranks are struggling, but as someone who, when they have to play a tank, mainly plays Penny, that's so good to me personally. I don't know how good it is for the balance of the game, because I haven't been there in a few months. But I am thinking... I am getting better at setting rules for myself and actually following them. But yeah, random dots turn random things into random links. Don't ever click them, chat. That building is beautiful too! So freaking pretty. Oh, look at the little figures! Look at the little wooden figures! They're so cute! Look at their little faces! Aww. Those were so cute. Genuinely. And yet Penny has a team up to place a second smaller nest. Oh, she still has that? Because that was there when I last played. I believe it was a team up with Rocket that enabled that. No. Yes? No. Yes? Look at that! That's so pretty. Could you imagine a dress based off of that building? That'd be such a pretty dress. Pretty good at Buff Mo Angela. I'm having unwise thoughts about that. So we're just gonna leave it at nice. Oh, wow. It's a fountain! You see the tubes? It's a fountain. That's so stinking pretty. I love little Christmas village stuff. Oh, and the painting on the building. And if you go up there, the one building actually looked like it was smiling. With the windows and the eyes. Goals. Honestly, goals. Nutella! I see Nutella. I see so many jars of Nutella. Listen, I'm a white woman. I love Nutella. Oh, I'm just imagining it spread out over some hot, fluffy waffles. That would be so nice. I didn't tell you this part of the thing I showed you earlier. Ah, yes, the spoiler thing? Which I am being very good not to spoil, because just because I'm cool with spoilers doesn't mean everyone is. Look at the tiny little star! Look at the trees! They're covered in snow. Oh, look at the big copper pots. But they're making candy in there. Writing a bingo card for the Game Awards, and as a goof, I put that thing as part of my bingo card. LOL. you accidentally did a Nostradamus. Not Nostradamus, Nostradamus. Nostradamus was my dwarf warrior from Dragon Age Origins who, when you gazed into his nostrils, you would see the future. I'm Nostradamus. You could customize your character's portraits in Dragon Age Origins, so what I did was I, like, zoomed in on his face a ton, and I, like, angled him up so it looked like you were looking up into his nostrils to see the future. I'm just going- also, he did the frick-frack paddywhack with Morrigan, the hot goth witch lady. So yeah. You're welcome for that mental image. Hashtag, ugly short kings deserve love too. Of course you did. Of course. Listen, she's unfortunately straight, so I couldn't romance her with literally any of my other characters because they were all women. I did too, but we're not talking about me. Listen. Zero judgment. She's hot. You could totally fix her. I mean, Nostradamus did fix her. Because it wasn't just a hump and dump situation. Like, he wined and dined her. Like, he was not... Like, he was rude to other people a little bit, of course, because he's a dwarf. But also, he was nothing but a gentleman to her. And she's like, oh, wow, you're actually treating me really well. I'm not used to this. Look at the bottles! I think it's an avocado one. Candle. Beeswax candle. Yeah, I want one of the candles that looks like a little doggy. Or one of the ones with an angel on it. I like this one because it reminds me of a pear. And one of my favorite Christmas holiday drinks involves 2 whole pears. And it's so yummy. Oh my good golly gosh, it's so yummy. Oh. Cute. I'll take your entire stock of dog-shaped candles. So I like to imagine that, like, whenever people talk about Morrigan's kid that's got a freaking really bad darkspawn soul in it, that it is the child of Nostradamus. Because it's really funny to me. It's really, really freaking funny to me. Gaze into his nostrils and see the future. I see a lot of Umumusume in there. Holy crap, that is a lot of Umumusume. This Kindle's marked. I hope I said that at least somewhat correctly. I have no illusions of getting that right on the first try. But I want to practice my German. I want to get a little bit better German. But get there. Partner stuff? Partner stuff. God, I don't think I got that correctly at all. I'm sorry, German people. I'm trying. Romstadt. I feel like I did okay on that one. Look at all the little stalls. Oh. Oh, rum punch! They've got rum punch! Gimme, 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 gimme. Dad, I want rum punch. There's nothing like a hot alcoholic drink on a cold day. It also gets you insanely drunk insanely fast, so please be careful. If for someone who's concerned about that, be careful. As the Warframe update tomorrow arrives with a sexy French nun. Nice. I love Warframe. I can't play it because it overstimulates me, but I love Warframe. Did y'all see the Iron Mouse concert where she covered like 2 Warframe songs and she collabed with, I forget what that guy's name was. I think it has like he's got like Meatball in the name, but he sings like an angel. They both do. That concert was baller. I did. It was so good. I remember my mod Vit linked it in our IRL chat. And at first I'm like, an Iron Mouse concert. Okay. Because the title didn't betray anything, and also he didn't say anything. And then I clicked on it, and I'm like, wait! Is this We All Live Together? I'm like, dang! This is We All Live Together. Marco Meatball. Yeah, that sounds right. For a man with meatball in his handle, he sure sings like an angel, like a really, man. I love deep voice singing voices. Marco has a long history of videos introducing composers and classical singers and such to Warframe music. Yeah, that makes sense. But man, he had a beautiful voice. So low and smooth and well-trained. I can recognize a well-trained singer when I hear one. Both of them outclass me by leagues. I only did 6 years of classical training and singing for college. Like, they both blow me out of the water. Yeah, I was not expecting Mousy to do, like, covers of Warframe songs, but she killed it. She did a great job. Like, I knew she had it in her, because, like, I've heard Music Box of Fate, but, like, don't. They both did amazing. I was not expecting Warframe songs out of them, but they both just amazing. Chills. Actual chills. He basically memed Iron Mouse into the collab because Mouse initially said she will never play Warframe. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Like how y'all memed me into playing Uma Musume Pretty Derby and now I'm horrifically addicted. Thanks for that, by the way. It's actually has been kind of good for me because I needed something newer to like hyperfixate on. So like, it's hyperfixation that's actually been kind of good for me. So thanks for that, chat. Also, I think those are sausages in baggies and oh yeah, no, those are salami. Iron Mouse literally said in a video, "This is your fault, Travis." Parmigiano Reggiano. Oh my god, the real deal, because they're only allowed to call it that if it's the real deal. Like, there's a difference between the normal Parmesan that most people see and get, and Parmigiano Reggiano. There's a huge difference. You're not allowed to call it that unless it's the real fucking deal from the specific place. That's the real shit. I mean, crap. She's also getting a sponsored Warframe stream this Thursday. Good for her. Parma-Gene. I will Parma-Gene your face. You're the kind of goobers who will do stuff like that just for the lulz. Yeah, no, exactly. Which is part of what I love. I love that the dev team is so passionate about their project. I love when a dev team is just like, even for something that's not like obscenely popular, but they just like, they love their product so much that it infects you. Like, the Vampire Survivors devs also do that too. I started playing Vampire Survivors again recently, and I'm like, huh, this is a lot better than I was remembering, because I guess last time I played it, I was in a bad mood, but I picked it up again last night because I needed to hyper-focus on something that wasn't, like, too mechanically complicated. I'm like, actually, this is quite nice. So I may start doing streams of that again. But yeah, like I said, I love Warframe. Can't play because it overstimulates me, but I love it. Like, clearly they love their product, and it shows, and it's just like, I love that. I freaking love that. I hope I can be part of a game studio someday, and that I can be that passionate about my own project. I think that's really what I want to do. I really want to join a game studio. An indie game studio, not a AAA. Screw that. Oh, look at the little toys! Oh. I heard about the modding tutorial quest. I'm getting mixed reviews of it though, because Vince said it was really good, but you're saying it's not. Then again, he might have been saying that something else is really good. My memory is, at best, not good. Hey, look at these toys! What is this? Is that a dinosaur in a baby outfit? That's kind of cute. I love how cursed some of these are, because you don't see stuff that's just a little bit, like this pink bunny over here is kind of giving me like mascot horror, but done well vibes. Is that supposed to be like a discount Huggy Wuggy? Nah, this is my Huggy Wuggy. I'm gonna tell my kids this is Huggy Wuggy. Not that blue piece of crap. This is gonna be their Huggy Wuggy. Why? Because it'll be funny. Bratwurst Roslin. I'm trying to say random German words because I wanna. Let's go! Puffins! I love puffins. I remember one time I went to a zoo up where Coffee used to live with her and her mom, with most of her family, really. And we went to an aquarium and they had a big puffin exhibit and the puffins were like playing with the water fountains and it was so stinking cute. Ah! Yeah, whenever I see puffins, I think of that. I freaking love hot toddy! I want a hot toddy. Hot gin? I've never had gin. The way it is described to me, it sounds awful. But then again, I haven't had it yet, so maybe it's actually really good. I don't know. I could be wrong. Ties! Let's put them on hens. Wish it was a little better. That's fair, you know? I'm just happy it exists at all, because I really wish that it had existed when I was playing. Gin is pretty awful. The way it's described, it sounds like it would be awful. I first learned about gin, funnily enough, from playing, the game where you're an innkeeper. Traveler's Rest! That's the one. I learned that gin is basically made with juniper berries and pine needles, and I'm like, that sounds awful. It sounds freaking awful. I'm gonna lie, I may like weird alcoholic drinks, but gin doesn't sound good to me. Oh. Alien. Ooh, look at the masks! Oh, look at the pancake looking things. I don't know what those are, but I'll take your entire stock, please. All your little bread things in there, I'll take your entire stock. Those look yummy. And some of the wine, of course. And we've got China. look at some of the jewelry in there. Those necklaces look so stinking pretty. And then we've got, I'm assuming this is French. Oh, look at those backpacks! Wait, those are really cute. Hold up, I really need to use the restroom. Hang out with the French for a bit. Sorry, Chiffon. I'm sorry. Sorry for startling you. Honestly, yeah, I feel like that would be the best option. Is to have like a second tutorial for more advanced things later on. But yeah, trying to cram literally all of the info into one quest would have overstimulated me. So I understand. As someone who is horrifically overstimulated by Warframe already, I understand why they quit while they were ahead, so to speak. I may give it another try at some point. Well, we'll see. And if not, I still support Warframe and the devs, because I love them. Like, it's still a good game. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game because I got overstimulated. It's a good game. It's good. I'm just a weenie. Dog! Sorry, I saw a dog. Yesterday I saw like 4 or 5 dogs. I think 6, actually. I saw so many dogs. Some of them wanted to say hi to me, but I could tell that the owners weren't in a mood to chat with strangers, so I didn't stop to say hi to the dogs. Yeah, the problem with me is when I play games like that, I don't want to take it slow. I want to catch up to my homies who are all high level. Oh, look at all those little treats. Sweets and treats are what a princess needs. I see more scarves and more sweets. Bread. God, I love bread. Shoesy, slippers, and hats. I have a hat that looks like a pink bunny rabbit is trying to choke me. It's great. It's so soft and comfy. When I get overstimulated, sometimes I'd like just wear it in my house because it feels slightly weighted, and I'm on the spectrum, so things that are slightly weighted are very comfortable to me. Cute. Cute bug. I like this video. This is a nice video. I know, but like it's how I feel. It's like internally I got so trained by my time in Final Fantasy XIV to be like, you gotta get there as soon as possible or your friends are gonna have to slum it down there with you. Like, Final Fantasy XIV, I think, ruined Warframe for me. I'm about to get mobbed for that. Dude, why are you wearing a big-ass USA sweater in the middle of a German Christmas market? Like, even if you're an American tourist, like, shut up. There's a reason we have a reputation. Bruce the brat. This is nice. I like seeing things and experiencing things, so this is fucking, amazing. Yeah, more drinks, more breads. I would fit right in. Yeah! It really does. Because I know I've picked up a few bad gaming habits. Like, quite a freaking few. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm God's perfect gamer. Oh, I saw Christmas clothing over there. Yeah, I've heard horror stories about that in World of Warcraft. I watched my sister's special week play some of it when I was a kid. She was a not a dark elf, a night elf druid, I think. She could turn into a bear. was way back in the day in like 2006. Yeah, that sounds about right from what I know about Warframe. Pigeons! Oh, wow, this statue goes hard. Shoot, dude, this statue goes hard. I don't know what it's meant to, like, convey or represent, but it goes hard. This statue needs to be in, like, a Soulsborne, like, game. I love it. I'm kind of obsessed with it. Wine! That's the good stuff. That's the wine, the spiced wine that they serve hot. And it's so yummy. They sell those exact bottles. I recognize those labels. They sell those exact bottles at my local Aldi's. And they're so yummy. My favorite flavor is the apple one. It's like spiced hot apple wine is literally perfect. Oh, this is all so walkable. America could never. Look at all those bikes. I need to learn how to ride a bike. I tried to learn when I was a youth, but I guess my balance was just so foobar. I need to try again. I think that'd be nice. That way I could go down to the local grocery store and get some fresh produce right before dinner. That'd be nice. Oh, look at the glass stuff. I love this style of lamp. Yeah, no, I can tell. Which is one of the things I respect about them. Like, I respect them. Duck treats! Cat, don't you say a darn thing. Don't you say a gosh darn thing. I know what you're thinking. Don't. It does work for them, exactly. They go against the grain and it works. Ooh, a little penguin sweater. Oh, look at the treats! Oh my goodness, what are these? Are these like little cakes? Little breads? Sweet breads? Cakes? I like her whatever beanie. I'll take your entire stock. Oh, are these bath bombs or are these sweets? Are these sweets or are these bath bombs? I feel like they're sweets because, like, I would just have a whole bunch of bath bombs out there like that, but I don't know. I've been to Lush. Wait, no, they've got some in bags. Hold up. I see cranberry. Okay. I'm trying to figure out if these are cakes or if these are bath bombs. The sign does not clarify because I do not know enough German. Looks like sweets based on the flavors of the signs. I'm thinking they're sweets. It's like, why would a German Christmas market just have this many bath bombs? Like an American Christmas market, I could see having this many bath bombs. But I think these are sweets. Also, why would there be a cranberry bath bomb? They'd call it something like cranberry explosion or something. I don't know. Children's market! Some places call them snowballs. I know that the snowballs, when I think of a snowball, here in the States, what we have is, it's like a little really soft cake wrapped in a layer of like frosting and coconut shavings. And I'm like, if I want a coconut cake, I want a really good coconut cake. I don't really F with snowballs. small. That came out. Oh. Oh, the little animatronics. Oh, one of them fell over. You gotta go save him. There's a trick to them I had to discover first. Oh. Do tell your wisdom. But yeah. This reminds me of some little slow-moving animatronic things that my folks used to have. They're like Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Goofy and like tasteful red velvet fancy winter gear. And they were out caroling and they played music. Unfortunately, they were consumed by the mold and they had to be thrown away because mold. And I'm so sad. I loved them. Loved them. I'm really sad. I'm not a Disney adult, but I'm really. Oh, strawberry flavored and thus pink. Oh my god, it's me. Yeah, this is making me remember those little animatronics, and I'm so sad that they were consumed by the mold. Grandpappy Nurgle claimed them. Gosh darn it, Nurgle! Ooh, trains! Model trains! Look at them! Ooh. That's so cool. Trains are cool. I want to go on a train. Like a real one. Oh, that style's taking a break. But they have lots of cool, colorful something. Maybe socks? I take a bite of the snowball, then a sip of plain water. The snowball turns the whole sip into tasting exactly like a strawberry. Ooh, that's a good strat. Look at the bears on top of that one stall and Santa on the other. The first time I tried that, I looked at my water ball and went, "What sorcery is this?" Oh, they got more of the little decorated cookies. Hi, Panda and Raider. Hello, hello. Hi, we're doing a tour of a German Christmas market. And I'm doing say-so practice. This is where I practice not be a crude and lewd little gremlin all the time. So far, I've not been doing terribly good, but trying. That's the important part. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, that was a big yawn. Are you guys okay? Look at the carousel. Look at the carousel. Hold up, I need some water. But yeah, how was your stream? What were you doing? What were you doing before you showed up here? I can send you some water. Brush it on. I returned with water and gingerbread cookies! Oh, how has your work been going? Because, like, I noticed that you, like, didn't show up for a while, so I'm like, oh, life must be grabbing you by the short curlies. Aww. Thank you for the good girl. Yeah, I hope you feel better from that. Sorry, I was taking my last medication that I needed now that my throat is recovered from the crappening of earlier. Yeah, I got these little gingerbread cookies covered in chocolate. Look at those kids cheering, like, yeah! Camera! Ooh, marzipan! I know that word! I love marzipan. Look at the snowman. Do you wanna build a snowman? Yay! Kids cheering again! Oh, yeah. Heat exhaustion is no joke. That happened to me when I went to the pork festival with my parents. I literally threw up. It was not great. Heat exhaustion is not a joke. Like, it has such a mild name for something that has the potential to just absolutely just decimate you. Down to your soul. I am so sorry about that. Okay, the animatronics on top of this building, not as great. Not huge fans of them. Those faces are giving me the heebie-jeebies, and I don't like it, and I'm going to instruct a horse to eat them. Oh, that's bad. Oh, hold up. I just got a text that I need to, do a refill of my antidepressants. And considering I'm running low, I should hit yes before I forget. Yay! I did a thing before it became a massive problem. That's quite the accomplishment for me. Especially given how bad my ADHD has been lately. Another statue that goes hard AF. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry that you've been dealing with that. Imagine if the mascot horror game took place at one of these German Christmas markets. Horse water. Yeah, you could easily do a little mascot horror game set in one of these Christmas German markets. The indie horror scene is sleeping on this as a concept. Like, look at Grandma up there! Grandma alone could be the star of one of these. Like, I'm a visionary. I'm an artist. It ain't even a really big deposit either. Oh, that's some weak horse water then. I like the tiny Ferris wheel. He's cute. Hey! This is cute. This is cute AF. This is... The kids are like, camera! Jamming for the camera! Moment in the spotlight! Woohoo! They downsized the mural for a significantly cheaper quote. Boo you! Regina George! I tried to think of a way that wasn't swearing that I could say that quote. Anyway, Wait, wasn't that Regina saying it about Katie? No, she was saying it to Karen. But Boo You Karen has completely different connotations. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Boo You Regina. Income is income. Which is what I say every single time I get a donation, no matter how small. Because I'm trying to get at least a little part-time job, but the only places that have actually tried to hire me have been MLMs. Which has been so great for my self-esteem. Oh, chat, look at the river. That is so romantic. Imagine proposing to someone right here. Over a little half-frozen bridge in the winter. Over a river. That would be so romantic at a Christmas market. That would be so romantic! Good golly gosh! That'd be so friggin' romantic. That is lovely. That is actually lovely. Water closet! I know what WC stands for. That's where you go to poop and piss. I'm gonna go nap in my old man chair. Alright, you enjoy your little old man nap. Thank you for coming to my Christmas door. Ooh! Oh, that is a fantastic place for that. For once, the exposure will actually probably mean something. At least they're paying you actual cash and not just an exposure. God! We'll pay you an exposure. Okay, well then I will deliver a product of my fist to your face. This is nice. This is a real good restaurant. The manager's a good guy. Oh, heck yeah. You love to hear it. Man, that makes me think of this one restaurant my folks and I used to go to. I mean, they would have to take me because I couldn't afford to eat there without their help. It was really nice. They had like wild boar. Where I got the best poutine of my life. Like, And they had a really good cocktail menu, but sadly they did not survive the panorama. And I'm so mad because it was such a yummy restaurant, great atmosphere, great drinks, great food. And the chef would come out and like talk with us on occasion when the restaurant, you know, wasn't busy. Like we were one of like maybe 3 tables there, and she like came out and chatted with us about the food a bit. That was great. That was really fun. I have never gotten the experience of actually talking to the chef at an establishment before, so I was like, oh my goodness, this is so exciting! Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds about right. Sounds about. Oh, look at this tree. Oh, I see fancy little somethings. Are those shoes? I think those are shoes. Oh, a little window with some fancy. Oh, this is the Christmas market from another angle. Again with this river. I'm not getting tired of it. I know I said again, but like, I love rivers. I love bodies of water. If I could live relatively close to like a lake or a river. Oh, treat time! I'm gonna get myself another cookie then. If I could live close to, like, my ideal home would be relatively close to a cute little town and relatively close to, like, a lake, a river, a stream. Surrounded in equal parts by a modest amount of people and a modest amount of nature. And also with proper sidewalkage, so I could take my funny little walks. Thank you for the good girl. That's not me, espresso! Sorry, I saw some that said espresso. Glühwein! More Glühwein. I love Glühwein. This stuff's phenomenal. Oh, look at all those fruits. I won't. If not for heat and lack of sidewalkage, you'd love it here? Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm so bad with the heat, it's not even funny. Like, my heat tolerance is bad. Like, it's bad. Like, it's bad. Which is why I prefer colder months and seasons, because it's like, yeah, I get a little bitchy in the cold, but like, at least I'm not literally having heat exhaustion over the slightest inconvenience. Yeah, no, tropical, no. Me and tropical don't get along. Ooh, Mediterranean specialidad. Yes, this is Liebe. Technically, I think it's officially subtropical. Yeah, it still wouldn't get along with me. Oh, hey, Rolex. Those summer versions of the 90s and Freedom units. Sheesh! Bratwurst! I love a good brat. Wait, the peak is in the 90s? Yeah, no. Nope. No. None. I have a number of factors that make me... Oh, Lego! Chat, let's go get a bunch of Lego Animal Crossing kits! You and me, together! I need to do more hand cam streams. I have a second webcam. Just need to find the cords and figure out how to do that. That's what I could do for streams, for Jolly Jamboree. I have a Lego poinsettia kit that I haven't put together yet. We could do that for one of the days, because it's like 5 days, I think. We could do that for one of the days. Yeah, no, we also... I know we also hit the 90s a few times over here, and I hated every second of it, because like I said, my heat resistance, no. I have so many factors that make my heat resistance non-existent, which sucks, because I would otherwise probably love summer. I love beaches. I love sunny weather. And yet my body is like, no. No. Look at the stonework on these buildings. You don't see that anymore, and I love it. Dog spotted. Sorry, there was a dog. This is, oh, look at that. I love old churches. Oh, look at this. This is peak. This is what peak architecture looks like. Can you imagine this back in the day? When it was newer and wasn't covered in as much soot? Can you imagine how this looks on a sunny day during the golden hour? Now that's romance. Now that's art. Now that's gorgeous. That's a beautiful church. But yeah, no, it's like, I probably would do relatively well in your area if it wasn't for the heat. And the lack of sidewalk edge, which is kind of what pisses me off about my current area too, is the fact that there's not nearly as much sidewalk edge as there should be. Ooh, cookware! Chat, you want some silicone baking mats so we can make really weird fancy cookies for the holiday season? I do. Back work. You better work, girl. You might run across a hotel here, which is what we call a charming little animal called Honey Badger! Honey Badger. I'm doing say-so practice. I can't quote the meme. Just like in town? Well, yeah, he's going to go get little treats and sweets. Because he may be a honey badger. Well, he needs his little treats and sweets. Everybody needs their little treats and sweets. Even honey badgers. I ate a whole box of macarons last night. Because my body has been fist fighting me in a Denny's parking lot. I love animals. I love animal sight. You'll notice I get excited when I see pigeons. This is the perfect music to be putting over this video. The Animal Crossing music. Honey Badger on his way to cause problems on purpose. Good! Good! If a honey badger isn't causing problems on purpose, is it really a honey badger? I'm just saying. God, that's pretty! I love it so. Look at that little ornament. And more of those cookies. A purse that made to look like those cookies would be so stinking cute. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, I remember one time when I was up in Oregon for a trip, and we saw whales. Like, there are people who go on whale watching tours who don't see whales, and we just kind of were in the right place at the right time. We saw a whole bunch of them. Just chilling. It was great. We also saw a whole bunch of seals and sea lions on that same trip. Like, a bunches. I love animals. Did you know I was almost a dog VTuber? I was thinking about it. Thought about it briefly, but then I remembered Corona exists, and I'm like, I don't want people to think I'm copying her. Like, I'm not, but I don't want people to think that. Because sometimes... Ooh! Sorry, pretty. My news app doesn't spot half of them. To be fair, from far enough away, whale just looks like a weird part of ocean. Like, it took me a few tries to spot the whales when I was looking at them. I'm like, oh, there they are! But with me, I'm just bad at spotting hyper-specific things. My focus goes where my focus goes, and I do not control the die. Look at these buildings. Especially the ones with like a little extra bit of trim on them. Like, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff right there. Good stuff. Paired with this music. So big. Pizza! Pizza, pasta, put it in a box. I need to stop there because I'm doing say-so practice. Oh, I like that one. That building's fun. Bay windows are underappreciated. A good bay window will change your life. There's a place I used to visit. Special Week's first house. Had a real good bay window. We all loved that bay window. Ooh, burger joint. Dad, you want to get some burgers? Some burgers together. I need to put on more of these types of videos because this is honestly so nice. Oh, those lamps kind of look like grapes. I mean, burgers are a German invention. They are! That's why I love when people are like, oh yeah, burgers, that's so American. And I'm like, actually, burgers are so German. I mean, our national language almost was German. Like, we were this close to speaking German instead of English. And our national bird was almost the I see lingerie. Cameraman, turn to the left. Cameraman! The left! Oh. I think I've officially failed say-so practice. I think I've officially failed say-so practice. Oh, I'm sorry. There were pretty ladies in clothing. To be fair, hamburgers are fairly different from the American style ones. They are. Don't want them though, because Berg is Berg. I know there's this one burger shop here in America that does it very close to the Hamburg style of hamburgers. Like, to the point where they're like, there's a ketchup ban. Like, if you try to put ketchup on your burger, they're like, fuck off. Okay, so it's deep dish pizza and hot dogs and a whole bunch of others. I still think deep dish pizza isn't technically a pizza. It's more of a pizza-themed pie, which is fine. Pies are great. But it's not a pizza. But that's just my personal opinion. Also, this building is also really cool. Imagine peeking out one of those windows. Oh, a good power wash on this would make it shine. Well, fun thing about that. Oh. Now this is the style of building more seen in so back up in Washington State. There's a town that I visited. I forget the name of it. But all of the buildings there are like very this style. And it's like very much styled after a German village. And they had a bratwurst burger there. And that shit was phenomenal. The old historical record of a pizza is not something you'd consider a pizza at all. It is more of a slightly sweet cake. Fascinating. But yeah, no, I loved visiting that village. One of the ingredients is rose water. They put my bath water in the pizza cake? That's where it went. Freaking time travelers. Tasting history video. I love tasting history. I love that channel so fucking much. And also, yeah. Sad! chat. Look above the tree. Pick up Ferraros and rice showers eyes. Hold up. Live 2D. Whoops. Button. I need to cover their eyes. What do you mean I'm behind them? Girls, cover your eyes. You're too young for this. It just says sex. Well, if I hadn't failed say-so practice before now. But yeah, as I was saying, I love tasting history. Look at the little cars! Oh, look at this little alley with the window boxes and the lanterns. This is peak architecture. Oh, honestly, I should watch that at some point. God, I really wanted to do a Christmas one-shot. Maybe I still could. Maybe I still could. Especially given that the system I wanted to run the Christmas one-shot in was, Savage Worlds Deadlands. Which is very... I have a lot of experience DMing that system. I'm not gonna spoil the plot of it, even though I really want to, because it's fucking hilarious. Oh, look at the pillar! Oh, that's fun. It's for like a little... I'm just... Yeah! Honestly, after we were done with this, I kind of want to put that on, the tasting history video on medieval tavern food. Yeah, but that's still a good way to go. Actually, I may do that now. You know what? Fuck it. We're doing that now. Tasting history tavern. Gonna turn this music down a little bit more. A medieval tavern meal. What it was like to visit a medieval tavern. Alright, chat, buckle up.
This game might be where you'd go to receive a quest from a hooded stranger in the corner. In real life, it was where you went to gamble, drink, and eat. Perhaps.
Hell yeah! So what you're saying is that The Witcher 3 is closer to what a medieval tavern was like. Because I remember lots of...
something like this bowl of beef pottage known as bucanada. So thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video as we visit a medieval tavern. This time on Tasting History.
Yay!
So if you ever find yourself in the late medieval period and you are in need of food and drink, you better find yourself an inn, tavern, or alehouse. Now, all three of those are not exactly synonymous, and we'll talk about how they're different a little bit later. But in general, you should be able to go to any of them and get a drink and probably some food. Now, depending on the quality of the establishment, you might just be getting some bread and cheese. But if it's a reputable tavern, you should be able to get a bowl of pottage or stew. Now, some of these places might have what today is called a hunter's pot, or perpetual stew going. And this is the concept of always having a cauldron of stew or pottage going at all times. Basically, you would take a bowl from it and then replace the ingredients that you just took out, so it's always replenishing itself.
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Especially because you'd probably have a good few people coming and going, and... Also, bread was way different back then. Yes, it was! Also, I see my boy Darkrai in the background! Now that is the epitome of a good noodle. Darkrai is just a good boy. I will not hear any Darkrai slander on this channel. I will literally time you out.
Even today, there are places that still practice this.
Oh, that's great!
There's a place in Japan who has been serving the same broth since 1945.
Oh my god, chat, that soup is older than me. I really want to try it. I was about to say I kind of want to try it, but that's a lie. I have such a desire to eat the soup that is older than me. It probably tastes real good. Probably tastes real good, chat. Oh, if there's any seasonings in it, they've been marinating in there for decades. Now that's luxury.
And in Perpignan,
Fuck getting food covered in gold leaf. I want the soup that is literally older than me.
France, they served the same stew from the 15th century all the way up until World War II when they couldn't get the right ingredients.
No! Effing chat for the 15th century soup. Honestly, if I weren't afraid of burning my kitchen down, perpetual stew sounds really good for... If you're autistic, that sounds really great, not gonna lie. That actually would be like peak autism food. Fuck, that's genius. It wasn't very perpetual, but it is super workable. Honestly? Do you have a slow cooker? I do! And I love it very much. I got it from my parents because they got a new fancy one. So I got the old one. And one of the legs is like super broken, but I love it. Because I remember I had a lot of really good childhood meals in that thing, and it still worked great. Like, the internal components are all Gucci. But yeah, honestly, I should look up how to do a perpetual stew in that thing.
And in the Middle Ages, getting the right ingredients would also influence what your stew would be. You might just get a vegetable pottage, in some place it would just be beans and cabbages, but some places it might be like a fish stew or something
I love that picture of a
with really quality meat in it. One of the most common stews from this period, which I've found recipes for in pretty much every cooking manuscript from England and France from the Middle Ages, is called boucanade or bocanade. Take veal, kid, or hen, and boil them in fair water, or else in fresh broth, and smite them in pieces, and pick them clean. And then draw the same broth through a strainer, and cast thereto parsley, sage, hyssop, mace, cloves, and let it boil till the flesh be enough. Then set it from the fire, and thicken it up with raw yolks of egg, and cast thereto powdered ginger, verjuice, saffron, and salt, and then serve it forth for a good meat.
Dude, that does sound good.
I just find it so interesting that while the spellings have obviously changed, and they would have been pronounced quite differently back in the day, the words themselves, for the most part, are the same words that we would use today.
Yasha!
Yasha, we just stormed the library with 7 voracious readers.
Hello, Yasha and Raiders! Hi, everybody! What's up? For those who may not know me, I am Rosemary Darling, unicorn librarian with the passion for food. We are learning about the real foods that would be served at real medieval taverns, because it sounded genuinely interesting. Oh god, my tits! I forgot to put my tits on. Hold up, refund yourself those points, because I think you can. And if not, I'll refund those points. Ricky. I forgot to put my tits on again. Hold up. I just realized that my rowing scene is not synchronized. There we go. There we go. Now it's synchronized. And VIP only mods can refund. Okay, hold up. I think I can unleash the Hounds of War on myself to make up for it. Which, yeah, let me do that right now. There you go! Oh, there's a steak on my head. There's a steak on my head. I still need to get custom ones, but yeah! We were also looking at a German Christmas festival right before this because I've decided to stop being normal about the things I enjoy. But yeah, I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Cody, Yasha, hi everybody. I'm being extremely autistic and not normal about anything because that's part of my charm.
day. Now, there are words like
Yeah, we were talking about perpetual stew before everyone showed up, which I'm like, that is perfect autism food. Like, I'm not even kidding. Autistic people, I think think we have our fucking food savior. It terrifies me. The stew or the normal?
smite, which means to cut, but we don't
I'm also being not normal about Warframe. Yeah, you're the second person here to mention the French nun bot that's coming to Warframe. Did you see the Iron Mouse concert where she covered We All Live Together with Marco Meatball? That shit was lit. Anyway, the stew. Why does the stew scare you? It's just... There's a place in Japan that serves a... Wait, she did? What? I didn't see! Yeah! Look it up! The only reason I'm not playing it is because I'm afraid DMCA would slap my ass. I was at the Streamer Awards. It was lit. They also did another song, but I forget the title of it.
usually use it in like recipes. It's more of a biblical cutting, I guess. Though maybe we
Warframe is DMCA free, fuck yeah.
should bring that back. In my next cookbook, I'm gonna get rid of the word cut and use to smite.
Smite! Hold up, we're putting on the concert. We're putting on the concert. The stew scares me because it's always forever. What if it goes bad? Then you get rid of it and you start again. Hold up, I gotta pause the Christmas vibes. Woo! Put this shit on full screen. Alright, chat, time to jam out with your clam out.
Cold beer and water flowing hard. The land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming. Feel the weight of what we owe.
This, the song of sons and daughters, hide the heart of who we are, making peace to build our future, strong, united, working till we fall.
Cold beer and water flowing hard. The land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming. Feel the weight of what we owe. This, the song of sons and daughters, hide the heart of who we are, making peace to build our future, strong, united, working till we fall. And we all lift, and we're all a gift together, together. Through the cold mist, through a life meshed together, together.
This is the best Warframe song. But wait, there's more! There's a second song! I said they did two! I love the little transition too, like this whole thing that they did to set up. This is so cool! Woo! I don't know what that is, but it's cool as fuck.
Cast and cry, raise the million pylons high. All our kin were bound to fly, for that far shore forlorn. Onward high, who but we maintain the sky? Who but we shall destined die on that far shore forlorn?
Velvet blue the meadows lie, though the haughty ones defy. Gold shall never break our tie to that far shore forlorn.
Onward high, who but we maintain the sky? Who but we shall destined die on that far shore forlorn?
God, you have no idea how hard it is not to sing along! You have no idea how hard it is to not sing along! But I've been doing it so you guys can hear the actually good singers. Like, I'm outclassed here and I know it. Yeah, God, I love to sing, which is why I'm gonna do a karaoke for the Jolly Jamboree.
Mouth to mouth and eye to eye, sleep where comets whisper by.
Sleep while constellations sigh of that far shore forlorn.
Onward high, who but we maintain the sky? Who but we shall destined die on that far shore forlorn? Onward high, who but we maintain the sky? Who but we shall destined die on that far shore forlorn? On that far shore forlorn.
Oh, these songs make me feel so much things. Oh, it's a good thing. That was a good moan. Oh. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm after the stream's over, I'm reinstalling Warframe. That's it. That's it. I'm doing it. I'm reinstalling Warframe. Twist my arm. Oh, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to Mouse trying Warframe 2. I'll happily step you through things. Yeah, I'm deciding how fast I want to go. But I gotta... Because it's just like, the developers love their product so much! Ooh! I will grab you by the neck and make you play. Yes, we can bring back my clan and we can decorate it to the nines. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm going back to Warframe tomorrow with the new patch. We still have it together. That's right! So we don't even have to start from scratch. We still got our clan. We're gonna do it. Just, It needs an interior designer. That's me. Hi. I literally want to go back to school and get verified to be a real interior designer, by the way. I don't know how fast I'm gonna be able to do that, but I want to do it. Because I've got an eye for this shit. You would never guess by looking at my house, but that's because I'm poor. I'm literally reinstalling right now. The only reason that I'm not is because I'm streaming, and if I'm installing something while I'm streaming, my stream is gonna eat dirt. Also, I too am going to replace cut with smite when cooking. Listen, the only reason I didn't go even more hardcore on decorating the dojo last time I could literally do an entire stream, 4 hours of just decorating the dojo. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go back to Warframe. Fuck it. I've been considering it for like 3 months now. Do it. No balls. I'ma do it.
Now, there are a few words in the original that we don't use at all in English today, like eieren, which was a Middle English word for eggs.
I kind of like it though. It has a good mouthfeel. And congratulations on hitting MR30. I saw your stream announcement where you're like, I'm finally gonna hit MR30. And the only reason I didn't show up was because I was about to head out the door or something. I forget what I was doing, but I was busy. That's the only reason I didn't show up. I'm at like 19. I'm at like 12. Or 9. I'm at like a really low MR because I'm really bad at the tests. But they have a practice thing, so I need to just bite the bullet and just use the damn practice. MR grind times! Well, I can get some guns I actually like.
Eggs was also a Middle English word for eggs, and it is around the time of this recipe that we see one get picked over the other. In 1490, William Caxton translated Virgil's Aeneid into English, and he was frustrated with how the English language was changing at the time. He tells
They removed the 24-hour mastery cooldown on tests! Warframe Debs, if you want, I will kiss you on the mouth. If you consent, I will kiss you on the mouth. Each and every one of you. Even if you're not my type. Free mouth kisses to all Warframe devs who consent.
a story of a mercer or a cloth merchant named Sheffield, and he was from the...
They're so based. We were literally talking about them earlier, like before other people before Yasha and Cody showed up. I was literally talking about like just the devs are clearly so passionate about their product and they love it, and I'm just sitting here like, I respect it, even though I was on a break from Warframe. I'm like, you were MR8, by the way? Yeah, that sounds about right. I was like, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I think I'm in single digits, actually. God, the fucking... The new song is living in my head rent-free! There's also a Mushroom Boy. Mushroom Boy! I love shrooms. I love mushrooms. Because some of them are tasty, some of them make you see God, and some of them make you go visit her.
North of England, and he finds himself in Kent, in the south of England. And he goes up to this woman and asks her for some eggs. And she says, I don't know what you're saying, I don't speak French. Well, neither did he, because eggs is not a French word. But she didn't know the word eggs because she was from the south, and she said eieren. Well, someone nearby overheard the confusion and said, ask for eieren, and he got his eggs. But after telling this story, Caxton admits that he's also confused and finds consternation in these two different words meaning the same thing.
Oh, so he had a crash out over words. So valid. I do that every single time I try to write. But I am trying to force myself to get back to that.
And he writes,
God, the fucking song, it's stuck in my head!
Lo, what should a man in these days now write? Eggus or eieren? Certainly it is hard to please every man because of diversity and change of language.
As long as there have been language, there have always been motherfuckers bitching over how language changes. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
But the thing is, he picked one, and he picked eggs. And usually it wouldn't matter which one he picked in years before because he would write it down and a few people would read it. Great. But he was using a printing press. So thousands and thousands of these were going out. And so eggs became the word to use. And he did that with a lot of different words. He was...
It's kind of a good thing though, because Eren kind of sounds like a cool fantasy name. But it means eggs. I kind of want to make an Uma Musume OC name whose name basically means egg.
the one that chose
I think
which
it'd be
version
funny.
we use even to this day. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. On to the recipe.
I also think that's interesting. See, this is why I like this guy. I love tasting history. Because, like, he goes on these fucking historical tangents. And this is the shit I like. This is what I fuck with. It's why I love learning about food history and the culture behind food. You can learn so much about a culture, a time period, a religion, a whatever, via scrambled Eren. I have the brain of a scrambled Eren. It's so fun to say. We're having fun. God. Oh, last night I had a strong OCD attack and like a little bit of an existential breakdown. So having this stream just be so fun and delightful is a great balance. Really helping me to recover from last night. So thank y'all for making this stream so great. Because like I just showed up, but you people were the ones that make it great. Not to get parasocial on me, but is it parasocial if like I know most of you and am good friends with like at least half of the people who showed up here? Eren over easy. Sounds like you're calling Eren a hoe. Oh my god, yes. That would be a great... That would be a little bit of moi for you. A little bit of moi right back. See, that if I say it's not parasocial, it's just social. Because I've been to Cody's house. I have pet his dog. I love your dog so much. I hope she's doing okay.
So for this boucanade, what you'll need is 3 to 4 pounds or
I
about
hope
1.5
Seppi's doing okay,
kilograms
too.
of beef, goat, or chicken with the bones. I'm using beef. Originally it actually says veal, but I'm just using beef for
She's being stinky. Well, yeah, she's always stinky. I remember last time I went and you were like, don't give her the nice blanket because she's gonna get her spit on it and her spit is unnaturally stinky. And I'm like, yeah, some dogs are just like that. I think my mom snuck her human. Oh no! Last time, that reminds me, I went to visit my folks recently. And my dad, he always says he doesn't like the dogs, but then he sneaks them people food. And I figured it out real quick when my folks' dogs came to snuggle me, and it became a biohazard. They farted so much. I love them dearly. I love dogs. But when it rains, it pours when it comes to their farts.
this. Also, kid, in the recipe it says kid, that is goat. I'm always having people saying, it's children. No, it's not, it's goats.
It's goats, y'all. There's a subreddit called Dads Who Did Not Want Pets, and my dad absolutely qualifies for someone who should be posted there. Especially with his cat, who we give this nickname of Snack Cake. He was always like, oh, I hate cats, you know, why are we adopting this cat? Him and that cat were best friends. Like, he still talks about him so often, and whenever he starts complaining about cats, we're like, oh, like Snack Cake, and he's like, Snack Cake was different. And like, he built a ladder that is still up on our house to this day. Well, my childhood home, not my current house. For Snack Cake, because he used to like climb up the sides, because he used to be indoor-outdoor. He would be a mix of both. But then he was having trouble getting back up on the porch after his sojourns. So my dad built him, not just a dinky ladder either. It was like a nice, solid, thick ladder. Like a person could climb up it. Like even my ass, and I'm kind of chunky. He built a ladder for this cat as he was aging. all our cats are beloved, but I think Snack Cake was perhaps one of the most beloved cats that ever graced that house.
A small handful of parsley, a
My dad much the same? Yeah. That's the thing about dads. They always complain about something and then they're like really attached to it. Like, my dad used to like not really get my whole streaming thing. And then he saw like how much it improved me as a person and how passionate I got about it and how I actually saw a good bit of success. And he's like, you know what? I don't get it, but I support you. Like, he's genuinely proud of me. Well, they complain because they don't want to get attached. Exactly.
few leaves of sage, a
I like sage because it looks kind of fluffy.
few sprigs of fresh hyssop, a half teaspoon of mace, an eighth teaspoon of cloves, 4 egg yolks, a half teaspoon of ginger, a half cup or 120 milliliters of verjuice. So what exactly is verjuice or verjuice? It was a medieval way of making juice from unripened grapes.
Ooh.
And so it's not fermented or anything, but it does have this like vinegary kind of acidicness to it, but it's also sweet. So if you don't have it, maybe like half grape juice and half red wine vinegar might mimic the flavor.
Honestly, that sounds really good. I kind of want to put that in a soup. That sounds like something that I would enjoy putting in my own food. I'm not gonna lie.
Then a pinch of saffron threads ground up and a teaspoon of salt. So first put your meat into
Teaspoon of salt. Right, I'll go reinstall Marvel Rivals too. Nah, you'd get more than a teaspoon with that. You'd get like a cup.
a large pot and cover it with water or broth or a combination of the two, and then bring this to a boil and reduce to a simmer. And make sure to skim off any scum or foam that forms on top. Simmer this for about an hour or until the meat easily comes away from the bone. And then
I love a good properly made soup. This is reminding me of my mother's chicken noodle soup. I mean, people ate that way for a few hundred years. One would think they picked tasty business. Exactly! Like, people are always looking at these old foods and they're like, and I'm like, no, dude, trust me. Dude, our ancestors weren't all stupid patooties. On some things, they knew what was good. Maybe not in matters of germs and medicine, but like food? Like, they didn't have the internet, so they made really good food.
take it off the heat.
I look forward to in your karaoke stream. Honestly, yeah, it's probably gonna end up. Like, it's not, the karaoke stream is not gonna be strictly Christmas songs. There may be like a couple holiday songs in there, but it's not gonna be a strictly Christmas business. It's just gonna be kind of whatever the fuck I want to do. Sleeping in the Clothes Below is a good one. That is a good one. My personal favorite is We All Live Together, though. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's so peak. Good working person song. Us dealing with capitalism. It's great. It's iconic. It's emotionally hard-hitting.
Take the meat out and go ahead and smite your meat. Also, the knife that I'm using is this honkin'.
I think I've fallen in love. Where's my heart eyes emoji? My heart eyes emoji. Just sworn I had one. No. Chat. I have never desired a knife so much in my entire life. And I have seen knives with butterflies, not real ones, but like drawings of ones embedded in the handle. Chat, the things that I am feeling for this knife are almost romantic. Whenever I'm summoned in the credo, I always say we all live together. That's so... See? Warframe is so peak. It's like this knife. God! That knife were a woman, I would be talking to Coffee about polyamory. Oh my god.
knife. It's a knife, which I'm now calling my smiting knife. This was made for me, handmade by one of my Patreon patrons, and it mimics an older design from like the early Renaissance.
You lucky son. I have never coveted a specific item before, because I'm usually like, I'm happy with, I don't need that exact one. I'm coveting. Yeah, but that's me. You don't want it inside you. Well, not inside of me, no. Because having a knife inside of me would be problematic. I want to use it to cut vegetables.
I just think it's so cool. So I'll put a link to, because he makes like hand done.
Oh, you know what I could do? Start making a soup tonight.
Knives. I'll put a link to his stuff. Anyway, this is now my smiting knife. So once your meat is smitten or smited, you'll want to strain the broth as much as you can until it's nice and clean. Then return the meat to the pot and add the broth back in. Add in the parsley, sage, and hyssop, all chopped very fine, as well as the mace and the cloves. Then stir everything together and bring it to a simmer.
It's not even done yet, but that looks so good. Imagine getting a mug of this at a Ren fair. That's so romantic. I'm using romantic is my new little moment. I sound like that one fucking NPC from Spooky's House of Jump Scares. Smoked.
And set the lid on the pot and let it simmer for an hour or an hour and a half or 2 hours, really, until the meat is as tender as you want it to get. Also keep an eye on it because you might need to add some water in case it all steams away, but that's why you want to leave the lid on as you do it. Anyway, while it cooks, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what else you might find in a medieval tavern.
I love this video so much. You know what? You're getting a like. That's the beautiful part of a perpetual stew. It's super easy to do and it just as you go. Exactly. Like, it's an art. Perpetual stew is art, I would argue. Also, damn, your upper arms are thick, bro. Damn, thick arms, snatched waist? What are you, one of my OCs that I designed? Time for history.
Befell that in that season on a day in Southwark at the tabard as I lay, ready to wend in on my pilgrimage to Canterbury with full devout courage. That was from the prologue of the Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer and being written.
He needs his own dough. That explains it. For anyone who hasn't needed their own dough before, I've done it for a few recipes. That shit's way harder than it looks. If you want a really good upper arm workout, start kneading your own fucking dough. You will get swole. And it will hurt like a motherfucker, but you'll have strong upper arms and also a nice loaf of bread, so... He does it on the pizza video and he really gets his workout there. Sir, are you free to hang out on a Thursday?
Between
I love when I scrunch my model down and my mouth goes above my eyes. Only with Rose Blob.
1387 and 1400, it contains one of the first references to a named inn, an actual historic inn. It was called the Tabard, and this is where, in the Canterbury Tales, all of the characters gather just before heading south to Canterbury on their pilgrimage, which is kind of the whole point of the work. Chaucer talks about the owner of this inn and says that he was a very good host. And to the supper he set us straight away. He served us with victuals of the best kind. Strong was the wine, and well pleased we were to drink. Now,
that's so cozy. That sounds so fucking cozy. Hold up, sorry, just... One of my... I'm really taking that recover loudly shit to heart. So one of my compulsions and obsessions with my OCD is my need to keep my fingernails in a very certain way. Oftentimes, to the point where sometimes they'll bleed. Listen. I recover loudly so that way others don't die quietly. Finishing a lot of work before a weekly MTG leg. Hope you're good. I'm great. Hi, Pauline. Yeah, we're watching a video about foods seen in a medieval tavern. This is Tasting History! It is! This guy's great. I like this guy. I want his book. I want to add his book to my throne so that way someone can buy me his book. I also have, oh, that other, the guy who bakes the vintage recipes. And, like, some of them are really fucking bad. I got one of his books as well.
When I picture this in my mind's eye, I'm definitely influenced by things like Lord of the Rings and Dungeons and Dragons and all of these kind of
Dylan Hollis! Yes! I love him. He's phenomenally funny.
medieval fantasy worlds, but they aren't exactly like that. First of all, there are a lot fewer like orcs and elves, but also
Sadly.
the inns and taverns and alehouses of medieval England at least were not all the same. They were quite different, at least at different parts in their history. Now, of course, throughout time, their definitions overlapped, and there was a lot of variety within each classification, but in general, you had the inns at the top of the echelon. They tended to be the nicest, and then there were the taverns, and then the alehouses at the bottom.
Hold up, I actually need to write this down because I have a module that I've been working on. It's like a micro adventure for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, called The Siren Queens of Graveyard Bay. And I do have in my setting 3 different inns, 3 different places to go, where like the party can like stay for the night and get food and drink while they're preparing for their adventure, because it's a seafaring adventure. You run into ghost pirates and shit. It's great. But this is actually really important for that. What if I want to go to the secret 4th place? Then you go hang out on the beach with the man named Shrimp, and he cooks you shrimp. You don't want to know what liquid he boils the shrimp in. I'm also adding that to the module. I get you. What's up? LibreOffice, can you open, homie? I wonder what I clicked on, because it definitely wasn't LibreOffice the first time. Chilling while at work? Hell yeah. But yeah, Siren Queens of clearly liquid shrimp. Oh yeah, that's what we're... You know, I was down until that last bit. Hold up. I gotta go down to the... Not the shops. In tavern alehouse. Okay. Cooking shrimp in the liquefied material of their brethren's corpses is pretty metal. Also, pretty sure that's...
The inns, how they started out at least, they were a place for people to stay the night. Usually they were kind of near the gatehouse of a city or a town, or else in between cities or towns, like a day's walk away, maybe 20 miles away. So it was a place that you could stop the night and stay. And just like a bed and breakfast, they would often give you some food and drink. But only, just like a bed and breakfast, to the people who were actually staying there. You couldn't roll up. You know, you weren't staying there, you roll up and you're like, I want some grub. That isn't how it happened. Though at times in history, inns found themselves making good money from the food and drink, and so they kind of said, all right, maybe we will just serve to anyone who comes up, and so it was like having a restaurant in a hotel, which is still a thing today.
Yeah, no, I remember on Hotel Hell, the short-lived show that Gordon Ramsay did, where he... you know, went to do the Kitchen Nightmares thing, but to hotels, they all had restaurants. Also, I didn't know this until doing research for Hotel Hell. Gordon Ramsay has a master's in hospitality. So everyone who's always like, why is he reviewing hotels? He's got a master's degree in hospitality. He's way more qualified to review hotels than you or I are. Every time I go to do more research about Gordon Ramsay, there's just some weird fucking tidbit that I'm like, shit, okay. I guess this is another bit of the Gordon Ramsay lore. I think if Gordon were a D&D 3.5 character, he'd have to be a rogue simply to get the amount of skill points needed for all of the fucking skills this man clearly fucking has. He would need to be a certified skill monkey. Like Magdalena in a game that my girlfriend is going to be running for me and a couple of her friends. Which I hope they can become my friends too. They seem nice.
A tavern, on the other hand, was kind of the opposite. It was a place for people to come eat and drink, mainly drink, but it was not typically a place to stay. Originally, taverns...
Okay, so these are all inns. They're not... None of them can be taverns because people don't spend the night at taverns. I will have other taverns in the place, though.
Taverns were places that served wine. They were run by vintners who made or imported wine. And remember, this is a time when wine was actually still being made in England. I think they do it again now, but they had quite a bit of wine being made in...
There's a couple wineries right here in Ohio. They're actually pretty fucking good. There was this one I went to. I forget the name of it, so even if I wanted to accidentally dox myself, I couldn't. But they had, like, a nice little outdoor seating area, which we went to. We went there on vacation. We don't live anywhere near this place. So even if I did remember the name, doesn't dox me, should be fine. Fun fact, the origin of the word hospital just means a place where people can go to sleep for free, which often became held by the injured or ill, and physicians would just hang out there and do their work. That is so cozy and chill, actually. Ooh, what if I made a cozy game where you ran an old style, like that definition of a hospital? I'm onto something, chat. I genuinely think I'm onto something. I need to start my own game studio, is what I'm hearing. Since I want to be part of one so fucking bad, I might as well do it myself. Because everyone who I know who wants to do the thing is, like, already part of one. So I'm just like, fine, I'll do it myself.
England, but it was mostly made by the church, and they kept it all for themselves, for, I'm assuming, communion. So anyone else was having to get imported wine, which was a lot more expensive. The most common wine...
I mean, I'd jump aboard. Hell yeah. I also know a couple other people I'd ask. But just know that if I ran my game studio, when it comes to chill fun time and work time, I would try to separate the two. Because I see a lot of people who try to start a game studio with their best friends, and it all falls apart because of interpersonal drama. I would try to nip that in the bud. Is like, when it's work time, it's work time. And when it's fun time, it's fun time. Like, it wouldn't be like total military. Like, there would still be good vibes. But like, I would try to avoid the shortcomings of my befores.
In England at the time was a red wine from Gascony that cost about 3 pennies a gallon. Twice as much as the very best ale. Then there was Rhenish wine from the Rhine region, which cost 6 to 8 pennies a gallon. Now, if you're paying this much...
Yeah, no, exactly. Which, it's good to know that Critical Role actually takes that into account. Like, I know a lot of people give them shit for certain choices that they make, but, like, the separation of friend life to work life is not one of them. Like, clearly they've managed to avoid pitfalls that other people fall into by having a good work-life separation. Also why I don't want to start a business with my family. My dad had this phase where he really wanted to start like a family business. And I'm so glad that never took off. Because good God. Good Lord. And that's all I'll say on that.
You want to make sure that you're getting actually what you paid for. So if there's any question, you can ask the taverner to let you down into the cellar to see the actual barrel that your wine is coming from. If a taverner was found to be selling adulterated or counterfeit wine, they would often be punished by being put in the pillory or the stocks and having that offending wine poured over their head.
Oh, that's kind of camp, though. That's kind of camp. Yeah, no, exactly. And also, they're all, like, professional voice actors and stuff. Like, if anyone knows how to keep a profesh, it's probably them.
Public humiliation. But
that's so camp, though. I love it's like, oh, you sold bad wine? We're gonna put you in the stockades and we're gonna pour it over your head. You dummy dumbers. That's cute. That's so camp. It's so camp.
But they would also usually get kicked out of the guild, which basically meant that they lost their business.
That's less camp, but also probably fair if you're paying imported wine prices but selling shit wine. Honestly fair.
There were actually people whose job it was to go around and inspect the wine, and it was more popular in France than in England, but these people were usually the town crier, and they would do this kind of as part of their job and be called the wine crier. In the 11th century, there was a French writer who said, "Wine criers cry with open mouth the wine which is for sale in the taverns at 4 farthings." Now, some of these taverns were selling the best wine, and some were selling the worst wine, and everything in between. There was a lot of variety. In London alone,
A lot of minor punishments actually are weirdly adorable, right? Like, I'm a huge fan of, if you do a minor crime, you get a minor punishment that's more embarrassing than life-ruining. You know? Because it's like, you're gonna remember the embarrassment and you're gonna do better next time. Because embarrassment is actually like super duper strong motivator, especially for people who have social anxiety like me. I mean, most of the other things they keep as Ren Fair games. Exactly! Like, it can be fun! Like, I remember at my local Ren Fair, because my Ren Fair is really awesome. Like, they have, like, a permanent buildings and shit, the Ohio Renaissance Fair. Shit's lit as fuck. I think it's the only one that's in the state, but, like, at the same time, it's so fucking good. I kind of want to, like, see if I can find videos of it. But yeah, they have, like, buildings. And they have, like, a games ground. They have, like, you can throw tomatoes at a guy who, like, goads you on. Like, it's fun! And also a lot of beautiful women in low-cut tops. And a lot of beautiful men also in low-cut tops. God, I love Renaissance Fair so much. I would love to actually go to a Ren Fair. I think he would thrive. I wish everybody a very pleasant trip to the Ohio Renaissance Fair. Especially because, not to toot my own state's horn, but the Ohio Renaissance Fair is really fucking good. Ren Fairs are for breasting boobily. Exactly! If there is nowhere else left where you can breast boobily, you can always boob boobily at the Ren Fair. Always. No matter what your gender is, everyone can boob.
In 1309, there were 354 different taverns, so lots of variety.
Wow, that's a lot. God, that just reminds me of the fucking limp dick motherfuckers who will be like, there are too many Mexican food restaurants. Shut up. First of all, you're racist. Second of all, Mexican food's good. So the more varieties than that, the better. So shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Don't complain about a good thing. Shut up.
And with a population of only 80,000 people, that's like one tavern for every 225 people. So business was booming.
That's a pretty good ratio, dare I say.
It's probably why they started eventually selling other drinks commonly, like cider from apples and perry from pears, especially
Perry the Platypus!
in the West Country.
I've never even seen that show. I've never seen the show that Perry the Platypus is from.
And then mead, which is made from
Mead! Oh, chat. I mean, Japan has a ratio of 1 vending machine for every 40 people. And yeah, business is also booming for the vending machine. I remember there was this one video I watched actually live on one of my streams where it was like, they called it a vending machine city. There were literally over 500 vending machines, I think. And there was like a good variety of them too. Like, there, you could get hot sandwiches from one. You could get cold lemonade from another. There was one that sold like baseball cards, I think. Like, there was a lot of variety in Vending Machine City. Like, you could legit just spend a day just going through all the shit there. Like, for real, literally. Of course, I watched it on my man's Dancing Bacon's channel. Hold up, I need to get some water because my throat is like, girl, hydrate. I know you want to yap, but hydrate. Gotta hydrate. Hydrate. Self-care package! Alright, first we're gonna do a stretch. And I get another gingerbread cookie. Thank you, Desdemona! Oh my god, my spine just cracked in the most satisfying way. Oh. Also, this is your reminder, if you are 30 or over, make sure to incorporate hip stretches into your daily routine. You'll thank me later. Oh. And I get a cookie! But yeah, I fucking love mead. My favorite alcoholic beverage in the entire world, especially when it's warm. Warm mead. Little cup of purposefully hot mead. Probably one of the most comforting beverages on God's green earth.
Honey, often that was more expensive and kind of kept for special occasions, but I'm sure you could find different versions all over. Also, I found a mead that I really like.
Unless, of course, you have EDS or any other condition that makes stretching a legitimate hazard. Yes, of course. With that asterisk right there. Like, if you're like me, and your body benefits from stretching, do it. If your body benefits from stretching, do it. If your body doesn't benefit from stretching, don't do it. It's as simple as that.
It's called Odin's Skull.
That's a fucking name.
It's not so sweet and kind of has a little spice to it. I'll put a link in the description. It's really, really good, if you like mead.
Don't tempt me, sir. You temptress. Right before the holiday season, too? You know what? I may get a bottle of that for my parents for Christmas. Because they're like, we don't want any, like, super major gifts. But I may get them, like, something that's not going to take up a ton of room. Like a nice chocolate gift box and some nice mead. I feel like that would be a good... Like, I thought of you, but I also thought of you enough to not permanently clutter your house with something you may or may not use. So here's something nice that you can have a nice little moment with.
I should do another mead video, because there are a lot of old mead recipes I need to cover. More mead, maybe coming up. Anyway.
More mead! I fucking love mead.
These taverns, along with all these different drinks that they were now selling, would often start to sell food, and some would even have a room or two to let.
Have you ever tried Amarula? No, I've never even heard of it. What is that? Considering we were just talking about mead, I am already intrigued.
Up like on the second or third floor of the building, so you can see that the lines between the definitions are already getting blurred. Also, these rooms, you didn't get like a room to yourself. They usually would house like 10 or 12 different people who didn't know each other. It was like, mash as many people into these rooms as possible. If there was a bed, again, lots of people sleeping in the same bed, so it ain't the Holiday Inn.
I'm at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, and I am sleeping with someone that I do not know. A cream liqueur made from African marula fruit. I love a cream liqueur. So does coffee. The one booze she really likes is Bailey.
Now, the least extravagant of the three places to get drinks, and there were more places you could get drinks that we're covering, were the ale houses. And when they started out, they were just that. It was a private house where the wife in the house was selling ale. because she would make a big batch of ale, but ale back then, especially before hops, would only last a
Because it gets shit-faced on them. Dude, the elephants know what's good.
day, 2, maybe 3, and so anything that the family couldn't drink themselves, she would sell to everyone else. And so she would stick a stick or a broom outside of the door, and that was the signal letting everyone know that there was ale for sale.
That's smart.
Eventually, these places too would serve some food, though typically it wasn't the highest quality or as varied a menu. You'd probably get some bread and cheese, maybe a meat pie, who knows. Now, just because these ale houses were less official than taverns and inns, that doesn't mean that it was just a free-for-all. They were still controlled. They had to sell quality ale. In fact, in some ways, it was even more controlled because ale was such a staple of the people's diet. It was a major form of calories for many people. In 1266, the excise of bread and ale went into effect, and this tied the price of ale and of bread to the price of wheat. And just like there were the wine criers, there were ale conners who would go around to test the ale and make sure everything was on the up and up. They were sworn to examine and assay the beer and ale, and to take care that they were good and wholesome, and sold at proper prices according to the assize, and also to present all defaults of brewers to the next court leet. A male baker or brewer who failed to adhere to these new laws ought to undergo the judgment of the pillory without any redemption of money. Likewise, the woman brewer shall be punished by the trumbrel, trebuchet, or castigatory if she offends divers times and will not amend. That is to say, if an alewife flouts the law over and over and doesn't change her ways, then she's going to be punished. And the punishments are all forms of a public humiliation. Though I had to kind of look into trebuchet because I think of a trebuchet and I'm like, were they flinging these poor women into like the walls of castles?
I had that thought too. I'm so glad I wasn't the only one who immediately went, Rose, don't succumb to League. It's not worth it. I have bad news for you. Oops. How do I look at my own desktop background? TLDR, it's already installed on my computer. The game that I'm resisting the dark urge to install is Marvel Rivals. But tomorrow I'm gonna reinstall Warframe, so that should balance it out.
So it turns out there are smaller versions of trebuchets that were used just for dunking people into the river. And
okay, that's cute. That's cute and funny. You just tiny trebuchet them into the river. That's that's fun. See, that is hilariously cute and fun in camp. We need to bring back medieval punishments. I'm just saying, we could fix society so fast if we just started dunking people in the river when they were naughty. I'm just saying. I thought you already played Rivals. Did you reinstall just for Rogue? I played it for a while. I rage uninstalled because the game was making me so blood-boilingly angry. And now Rouge is about to come out and I'm like, do I do it? Do I do it? Do I subject myself to that? Hi, Siobhan. Are you baby? Think I should reinstall Marvel Rivals? He kind of looked at me and slowly and then rapidly turned away. I think that's Chiffon saying, I'm avoiding this question. Okay, I'll open the window a little. Very cold, but you've been such a good boy, and you like to get a good sniff in. Holy fucking shit, that is cold. The window is, for the record, literally right next to my desk. The things I do for the love of these cats. All fun at games too. You realize the water is like a balmy 50 degrees and that trebuchet is literally bitch slapping someone into the water and mock fuck. Yeah, but that's exactly why it's fun in camp. Sometimes you gotta break a few bones for camp. Javon, don't involve me in your heresy. That was literally what he was like. I'm not getting involved in this, mother. I don't understand what a Marvel Rivals is, but I'm not getting involved in this.
that's what it was. They weren't trebucheting women across the field. Anyway.
Even though that would be kind of funny.
Way, if you are visiting an alehouse or a tavern or an inn, you'll want to take it easy. Don't go overboard on either the food or the drink, or else you might end up like poor Osbert of Elstow. The Bedfordshire Coroner's Roll of 1276 tells us what happened to poor Osbert after he left a tavern. About midnight on 17th May, Osbert Lewile, son of William Christmas of Elstow, who was drunk and disgustingly overfed, came from Bedford toward his house. When he arrived at his house, he had the falling sickness, fell upon a stone on the right side of his head, breaking the whole of his head, and died by misadventure.
Oof.
And while died by misadventure may sound cool, I assure you it is not.
No.
And it seems that
No, basically, TLDR, he fell and he cracked his skull open and died. I'm just feasting on all the R34 that's coming out without the psychic damage of playing. You know what? I feel like that's fair.
leaving these taverns drunkenly was an ongoing problem and often ended in your demise. In another coroner's roll from 1272, it says that Ralph, son of Ralph, left a tavern and was accosted by 4 men: Robert Bernard of Wooton, Robert of Shefford, Richard Norman, and Roger Brienne. I love that every person in this story has a first name that starts with the letter R. Even the tavern that Ralph was drinking at was owned by Robert Mallon.
That's a lot of R's.
Anyway, these 4 men, Robert, Richard, and Roger, ask Ralph if he is drunk, and he is. And so he drunkenly says, "Who are you?" And in response, because he was drunk, Robert sprang forward and struck Ralph across the crown of his head with a spart axe, so that blood and brains immediately flowed out. He immediately lost his speech and died thereof about midday on the morrow. The thing is, these ruffians who accosted Ralph are the exact type of people who would often be in the taverns themselves. I mean, there were those upscale establishments, of course, but most, it seems, at least that got written about, were dens of scum and villainy that were filled with gambling, drinking, and prostitution. But even with such a terrible reputation, it seems that pretty much everybody found themselves in a tavern at one point or another, even the clergy.
Well, yeah, because everybody loves a good cup of tea, even if it's not a literal cup of tea.
But that was quite frowned upon, as can be seen in this letter from around the year 1200. An archdeacon to a rural dean, greetings. We have been given to understand that chaplains in your deanery live in less than upright fashion, for they go to taverns, as we have heard, where they have inappropriate and illicit association with lay people, with the result that those who say priests are no different from lay people are justified, in order that in the future it cannot be said that, as a result of your laziness, such chaplains have been found in your deanery. Bestir yourself to correct these matters. Another letter I found
God forbid a woman have a little fun.
shows that whether you're a layperson or a clergyman,
Died by misadventure would be a fantastic epitaph on one's tombstone.
going and gambling at these taverns often led to ruin. In this letter, a man has lent the friend of a friend some money, and now he is asking the friend to pay him that money back. And the friend is like, no. I do not wish to lend him anything of mine, for he is an inveterate dice player, and he loses everything that he gambles. Those who were with him in the tavern when he lost X and his pledges, they gained everything, right down to his drawers.
Man's literally bet his undies.
So take care that you refrain from handing over any more of your own money, which you borrowed from me, and so lose on him what you ought to repay me.
Ooh, I love 1,000-year-old tea! Only if...
So should you find yourself in medieval England, maybe stay away from any taverns or inns that seem a little dodgy. I'm hoping that I have found an upstanding inn in the Porch House in Stow-on-the-Wold, which I just booked several nights at when I'm going to England in June. Very, very excited.
Aww!
Now, they actually claim to be the oldest inn in England, dating from the year 947.
Damn, not even a 1!
So there are
the
numerous
beginning.
places that make very similar claims, so it's hard to tell exactly what...
Yeah, the entire landmass is pretty dodgy. I remember last night I had to defend I had to defend biscuits and gravy. I had to defend biscuits and gravy from Infey, and I'm like, you come from a land where y'all regularly eat beans on toast. I don't want to hear it.
Wonderful video by one of my favorite creators, Jay Draper. I'll put her stuff in the...
Yo, I love this bitch! I like this. If you like micro history learnings, go follow this channel too. This channel thumbs fucking up. So fun, so awesome, and you learn so many fun little factoids.
Description, she's great. And she talks about how a lot of places are England's oldest pub or England's oldest inn, and it often has to do with, like, there is one stone that was here in 1450 and the rest of the place is new. It's like, you know, the pub of Theseus, but...
Fuck the ship of Theseus. Living building philosophy from Japan.
Sometimes also it's like, yes, in 900 there was definitely an inn here, and there's an inn here now, but, you know, here it was like a dentist's office, and here was a bank, and, you know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm still really, really excited to go. And
listen, you get to engage with a little bit of history in like a fun and delicious way. I'm not gonna complain. Because complaining would probably get those places shut down, and I don't want that to happen. I was about to say the ship of Theseus doesn't make... No, they basically have... It's the exact opposite of the ship of Theseus thought experiment. Where instead of when does it stop being the thing if you replace the parts, it's more of it is the same because it is continuing the legacy and like the sense of the original thing, even if parts of it had to be replaced. Which I love. I'm a huge subscriber to that philosophy, personally. Because the ship of Theseus thought experiment is like very overly technical and like not applicable to a lot of things in life, whereas the living building philosophy can be applied to really quite a lot of things. Like different versions of VTubers, for example. It's like the models are different, the layouts change, the type of content they do may even change, but it's still the same VTuber. They just look different and they focus on different stuff. I also love stuff that is built to last the ages. Oh, of course. Like honey.
Perhaps if I can convince them to really lean into their medieval pedigree and make some bocanade, like the one that I'm about to eat. So as soon as the meat is nice and tender, take it off the heat, and then it is time to add the egg yolks. Now, if you just add the egg yolks right now, they're gonna scramble and it's gonna be unpleasant. So what you need to do is let the broth cool down just a little bit, and then take a little of that broth and slowly add it into the egg yolks.
They do a similar thing when you're making like certain pastries.
As you're whisking, and they will start to warm up.
Yeah, so that way you can add the egg yolk and it doesn't immediately scramble into a warm thing. They also do similar things with a lot of really fancy pastries.
Doing this until you've added about a half cup of the broth, and then whisk in the ginger and the saffron and the salt, and then you can add that to the stew. Finally, add in the verjus, and it is ready to go. And here we are.
That actually looks really good. I thought he was literally making eggnog. I have made traditional eggnog before. Like, I made my own eggnog. It was amazing. It was a pain in the ass, but it was amazing.
A bocanada fit for a medieval tavern. So you want to add those egg yolks in like last thing before you serve it, because if you ever have to reheat it, they do tend to scramble a little bit. So they go from thickening it to scrambled.
Really easy.
The taste is going to be the same, but the look is a little different, and I did just have to reheat mine, unfortunately. Doesn't matter. Here we go. The thing is, smells wonderful. The saffron is what hits me. I was worried it was going to be the clove, because that's what was hitting me at the beginning, but now it's the saffron. Here we go.
I love clove, though. I don't see that as a bad thing.
That's really good. That is so interesting because you get those medieval flavors that you would never find in a modern beef stew. Like the saffron, like the cloves, like the mace, like verjus, which adds this kind of biting acidity without being super acidic, because a lot of medieval dishes will actually just add vinegar, and that is the flavor that you get. This is different. There's more of a sweetness to it. Really, really nice, and the meat just falls apart. Anyway.
Oh yeah, no, you slow roasted it for like at least an hour? Yeah, that meat's gonna be like super tender. Ah, yeah, that reminds me one time I made like an Asian pulled pork in my slow cooker. That shit was so good. They're re-releasing Lord of the Rings in January for the 25th anniversary. Oh, fun! Shut up. I am going to BRB really super fast because your girl needs to use the restroom again. I've been drinking a lot of water today. I'm sorry. I hydrate. BRB. Judge me. And a nog. Wait. Oh. I was designing a Christmas bun. VTuber in Vroid. You just gave her her name. That's it. I'm taking a screenshot. That's it. It's your fucking name. That's it. Also, is anyone here really sensitive to the sound of someone gagging? Wait, no, if you're who you are, you wouldn't have survived at the start of the stream. So, I need y'all to suffer with me, because Mr. Sausage is at it again. And I need more people to be concerned with me. He made a sausage with liquid fart spray. And well, you'll see.
And welcome back, I guess. Well, we finally dug and dug and dug, and we finally reached the bottom of the barrel. So we're gonna be doing liquid fart sausage, renowned for its pranking ability. It's non-toxic, which technically
It literally says right next to it, don't fucking eat it.
means it's edible. Do not ingest. If accidentally ingested, drink 2 glasses of water. So it sounds like I'll be pounding some water after this, and pounding my toilet bowl. Really, how bad can it be?
It is literally about to go so fucking wrong. We are seconds away from Mr. Sausage absolutely decimating his entire household. You have been warned.
That's oh my god, that That's a huge mistake. Why? It's so much worse than the Surströmming. At least with Surströmming, you knew what it was. I have no idea what's in this thing. At least they didn't make the liquid brown. That
I love he'll just be in the middle of talking and then just it's so comedic. But like, Mr. Sausage, don't ever do this again. But it's funny, but don't do this again. I'm concerned.
That was gentlemanly of them. The smell's not dissipating. The smell's not going away. My parents are coming over in an hour.
I've made some poor choices before. Like dyeing my hair hot pink right after my mother deep cleaned the shower, thus making it look like a crime scene. But I didn't try to make a fart sausage an hour before my parents were coming over.
It smells like anywhere in Tennessee. All right, so we'll hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper and to
People from Tennessee, can you confirm?
keep things interesting, we'll also throw in some red pepper flakes.
That's a lot of red pepper flakes.
And I don't want to be accused of going half speed on this, so we'll hit it with a few more drops of liquid fart there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone. Who's today's sponsor? Helix Sleep? I'm so sorry.
It's more of a mistake than leaving VC on while solo queuing comp. I made that mistake. Never again, by the way. I got called so many slurs. I think the guy invented a new slur just for me. I already forget what it was, though.
I don't mind the sausage sometimes, the images it shows. I can smell fart spray on my lips and smell it in my clothes. By the way, the iron sausage burned its image into the wood cover here.
Yeah, he put a bunch of iron supplements in a sausage. Which, you can... This man has come dangerously close to poisoning himself at least 3 times this month alone, and I'm starting to be concerned. Did he tell you about the horse warframe? The what? I'm pretty sure I would remember if he told me about something like that, but also I could have just forgotten, because ADHD, da-ba-da-ba, anxiety.
I think I'm gonna move out into the woods and have a long think about the decisions that got me to this point. Alright, hopefully it being in the can.
There's a horse warframe that summons spectral steeds, and she's also Vic! Oh my god, they put me in the game!
Mister will help cover up some of the smell. Huh. Oh! Well, thank God for the no fart spray water.
I remember that! I think I still have it saved on my computer.
That's a bit of luck. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's sausage!
Oh God, it looks like a sausage and smells like a turd. We've come full circle. Oh, the perfect amount of Cajun kid. I didn't...
I'm sorry, but every time he's talking and he just randomly horks. It's so funny. I'm so concerned for him, but it's so funny.
God, I can't even get the words out. I should have been putting the Christmas tree up. Instead, I'm doing this. And Mrs. Sausage is here. She just refuses to come out. And for the first time, I can't really blame her. With special thanks to today's Mockboxalo box artist, this guy. Yeah, but look at that arm. You see those gains? You would think that's the arm of someone who's not about to eat a liquid fart sausage, but you'd be wrong. This will it blow his...
And then he does the Helix Sleep sponsorship, which I'm gonna be skipping past because they don't get to advertise for free on my channel. You gotta pay me too.
Darn it. We got a little bit of Mark and we got a little bit of the speech bubble. So I'm gonna have to give that will it blow 1 Mark Ruffalo's. Get me out of this basement. It's like entrapping the smell. All right.
If you thought it was bad before, he's about to try and cook this fucking thing.
I'm about to make a pretty devastating core memory here. Okay, here we go. Mother of mercy, show me your mercy. I gotta turn the fan on.
I want to vomit on his behalf. Like a sympathy vomit.
Why didn't I cook it outside? I had the charcoal to do it.
I love when he said it's like, why didn't I cook it outside? Why didn't you cook it outside?
It's time to call in the backup. It is not helping. I don't know. It kind of smells like a hot tub full of brown water and also maple pumpkin. I don't think I'm coming out of this.
Yeah, that's the thing about things like that. It just covers the smell. It doesn't get rid of it. Especially when you're actively cooking a fart sausage. This poor motherfucker, but at the same time, it's entirely self-inflicted.
Same man I went in as. Mrs. Sausage is so mad she just left the house without saying a word to me.
I don't blame her. If I did this, Coffee would also leave the house without saying anything to me, and I wouldn't blame her either.
It's 30 degrees outside, but we gotta open up some of these windows. I think I've burned my nostrils out. I don't think, oh my God. Let's open it up, see how we did. Oh, I got it out too. Oh, it's still a little raw. I
But don't put it back in.
don't care. That's
Yeah,
not
no.
going back in the pan. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna chew it up and spit it out. Sausage lords, would it kill you to pick a good sausage for once? They're so emotionally scarring. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's not bad.
I love how we hear him on the verge of vomiting, and then he goes, it's not bad. Like, sir, I'm so deeply concerned. Like you all should be every time I talk about reinstalling Marvel Rivals.
It pretty much tastes like how it smells. It's got a very chemically taste and a farty taste. Actually, not the worst thing I've eaten. My body's immediate reaction was to spit it out. Just give me a little bit more help, poopery. My God.
You don't need poopery. That shit ain't gonna help. You need an old priest, a young priest, a sexy priest, that one's for me, and a bucket of incense.
I mean, my God. I'm gonna have to, like, quadruple bag this when I throw it in the garbage. So I'm gonna have to...
Huntress, you just missed Mr. Sausage taking a bite of a liquid fart spray sausage. Which is perhaps very lucky on your part. Throw that shit out immediately. Yeah, like, just take it directly to the trash can outside. Don't even put it in the trash can inside. Just take it directly to the trash can outside. I don't think even the raccoons and the squirrels would want this shit. I don't even think that they would touch it. Because it smells like farts. They would probably think it's fecal matter. Actually, would that be a strat to keep raccoons out of your trash can, is to spray it with fart spray? That seems so bad of an idea. But at the same time, would it work? Fire that thing at your enemies. I'm gonna fling it at Myra. Ooh, who else do I have beef with? Katy Perry? Yeah, we can fling it at Katy Perry. Let's go!
Give the liquid fart sausage a 0 out of 5.
The most unsurprising 0 out of 5 this man has given any sausage for as long as I've been watching him. But yeah, I'm not gonna show you too many of the other videos, but I do just want to show you what he's been up to lately. So we've got the lutefisk sausage, which skull. Baby, you're a fire. We've got Oreo poutine. We've got the penny water steak. He boiled a steak in pennies. We consider this to be his Despair Event Horizon. And then he deep fried his fucking hand. And then the iron sausage, the printer ink sausage, edible printer ink, not normal printer ink. The protein powder and energy waffles, which tasted like ass. 100 tea bag steak, which she said tasted like ass. I haven't seen this one yet, and I'm a little scared of it, chat. Chat, do you wanna hold my hand? I've not seen this one, but I kind of want to click on it. I know I said I wasn't going to show too many more of his videos, but I haven't seen this. I'm scared, and I need the emotional support. Fuck it. Chat, hold my hand. We're going in.
My curiosity has got the better of me on this one. I got friends in low places. All right, we're clearly in the cheese danger zone here. Let's do it. Wow. You know, I'm the foolish one because I thought that was gonna float on the top.
Why did you think it was gonna float on the top, Mr. Sausage? Mr. Sausage. This man has the voice of a carnival barker. He dies! He fucking dies! Which makes it when he fucks up all the more funnier because you hear him go, "Oh God!" and it sounds so funny.
Wow!
Mr. Sausage, you need to take it off the burner now. Mr. Sausage?
Oh my
Mr. Sausage, take it off the burner now!
God!
Mr. Sausage! What is that color? What is that? What the fuck is that?
Well, hey, that was a whole lot more dangerous than I thought it would be. Oh my...
Okay, I was expecting something weird to come out of the oil. I wasn't expecting, the crispiest turd that has ever left his kitchen.
Oh my God! Maybe we need...
Chat, hold my hand. He's gonna try a second time. Chat, hold my hand. Hold my little wolf, I'm scared.
like a little candy.
Not of the food he's gonna make, but of the damage he's gonna do to his fucking kitchen.
Coating over here. Little protective coating for the easy cheese. Spray cheese attempt volume 2.
In the same oil? It's gonna taste burnt.
Man, does that love burning. Oh, all the bread and... Oh, it's not gonna work. Okay, well...
Yeah, I don't know what he expected to happen. And his kidneys. Yeah, his kidneys are fucked. Oh, which is why I'm so proud. When I was tested for my PCOS a few months ago. But in the same test, they confirmed that my kidneys are in amazing condition. How was it my liver? It was my liver. But they said it's in amazing condition. I'm so proud of that.
All right. This experiment is over and a total failure. Well, what can I say? Sometimes you should just let your dreams be dreams.
I'm pretty sure he ruined that little fryer basket. I don't think anything short of every single deity is ever going to get that off of your thing. It's some dish soap, some really good dish soap.
Okay, here we go. It kind of tastes like toast. A little on the burn side, but...
Wow, I can't imagine why. Wow.
But not overly burned. Well, what can I
Or an acid bath. Yeah, it's gonna take a fucking acid bath to
say
get that
other
shit
than
off.
oops? So even though it's not terrific, it's not the worst thing that I've ever eaten. So
I mean, true. This was like how long ago was... Hold up, before...
I'm still gonna have to give the deep fried easy cheese 1 out of 5.
Bop, 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 bop.
I'm surprised it even got a 1, but then again, putting it in 0 and putting it in the same tier as the fart spray sausage, and it wasn't that bad. Like, a little cringe, but not make you gag and almost throw up levels of bad. So, you know what? Yeah. Not the worst thing I've ever eaten. My dude, the bar is in hell. The bar for not the worst thing I've ever eaten for Mr. Sausage is so deep in hell that the devil routinely trips on it and goes, "Motherfucker, again? Hate this guy. Hate this bar." But yeah, the only food that gets more healthy by deep frying it. I love the comments on Mr. Sausage videos. This is the healthiest thing you've posted in a long time. This man's death will be caught on film. I hope not. I love Mr. Sausage. He's my treasure. Freeze it, then batter and fry it. Yeah, did you learn nothing from the carnival? That's how they deep fry ice cream and all kinds of other weird shit. I hope he knows how to put out oil fires because something tells me he will need that knowledge one day. Chat, do you know how to put out an oil fire? Now we wait for him to boil something in the spray cheese. I mean, he did already boil a steak in, not exactly spray cheese, but in like really thick artificial crap cheese. I always wondered how that worked. Mother the fuck out of it? Good. You know not to put water on an oil fire. No water, no flour, definitely not baking soda. I even have a blanket. I have a fire blanket near my kitchen that is specifically for the purpose of smothering kitchen and oil fires. It's near the kitchen, but not in the kitchen. So that way, you know, if I can go grab it easy. Now we wait for him. Oh, right. Combine 10 of your worst sausage ideas into one sausage and call it Frankenwurst's Monster. I think he'd die. I think he'd die! Considering some of the sausages he'd made, if he combined 10 of his worst ideas, I think he would actually die. Like, the iron sausage definitely gotta go on there. And that was a recent one, too. But yeah, don't overdose on iron, chat. It is very dangerous, and you will get hurt. Iron poisoning is no fucking joke. Let's see, what other sausages? Oh yeah, he made an Elmer's glue sausage, I forgot. It's been going so wild on this channel lately, I forgot he made an Elmer's glue sausage. Shit's been so fucked up here that I forgot that the Elmer's glue sausage happened. And it is Elmer's glue. Like, that's killed by supplements. That's what you would call. Hold up, I gotta rip off my glasses. Ironic. Yeah! Let's see. Canned brain sausage. Let's say rose on the can. I took a screenshot of this thumbnail and plan on making a meme with it. What other weird shit has he put specifically? Oh, the bloodworm sausage. Chat, don't handle bloodworms with your bare hands too often or you will develop serious allergies to fairly common objects and it will fuck you up. And he fucking ate that shit. Hey, sausage? Someone tell the Uma Musume girls. This is what they have at Tracing Academy on at cookouts. They have hay sausage. Corn dogged lobster tail. I can't even watch that video. I'm too scared of it. I'm too scared. I did watch the sour Skittle scrambled eggs though. And you know what pisses me off the most about this video? You know what I'm gonna show you? I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just gonna show you why this video boils my barnacles.
I've been saying for years that scrambled eggs just aren't sour enough, or skittly enough for that matter. Ew, that's a big piece of shell. Get it nice and soury. That's gonna turn out just fine. Whoosh. Push it all out in there. Oh, we got some color bleed. Hey, Mrs. Sausage, not for nothing, but shouldn't you be making these scrambled eggs?
My foot hurts.
Yeah, she's right. Yeah, she needs to recover. She doesn't have time for this nonsense. Oh boy, it's turning south real quick. Things have failed pretty quickly on this one. God, it looks like baby teeth. If only you could smell it. It smells like Central Florida.
Chat, can you confirm?
Central Florida, where other counties ship their trash. We're getting caramelization on these eggs. All right, and then we're just gonna scrape it off in there. On the one hand, it looks like terrible scrambled eggs, but on the other hand, it looks like some pretty amazing baba ganoush. Okay, here we go. Now, don't you hit that unsubscribe button just yet, because this is actually pretty darn good.
That's the part that pisses me off. That's the part that you cover your ears when I shower. What do you mean it's good? It's sour Skittles scrambled eggs. What do you mean it tastes good? I know it can't be as bad as the meme, but I hate the concept. He said it smells like Central Florida. It can't be good. I refuse to believe it. You're both coping. I refuse to believe. I refuse. Also, yes, a sugar-free gummy bear sausage. I'm surprised Mr. Sausage didn't literally shit himself to death with that video. Then again, I'm pretty sure that Mr. Sausage has the diarrhea bears, however, that is punishment. Like, that is the sausage that you eat when your doctors are determined to make you shit yourself. But yeah, he's just fairly weird, but not so weird that it made me scream and concerned. You know, the Miracle Whip sausage. Like, you know, it's funny. Haha, you put a bunch of mayonnaise in a sausage, but not blood-boilingly concerned. The sugar-free bears from the copy pasta and such were expired, if I recall. See, that's the thing. If you have a sensitive tummy like me, they don't have to be expired to have that effect on you. But then again, my tummy is, built incorrectly. Built different. Yeah, it was starting to get really concerning with the bloodworm sausage. And then it was fine for a while. And then he boiled the steak in penny water, and ever since then it's been downhill fast. Like, he boiled the steak in the penny water, didn't clean them, and then had the funeral for the Doritos dinosaur. And ever since, it's just... He left them in a hot car and didn't even think to get rid of them. Yeah, that's shit yourself conditions. But like, if you do have too much of the artificial sweeteners, your tummy will get the grumblies. If it's a sensitive tummy. Oh my god, Meisho Doto got his winter flu! Chat, we need to look. Chat.
With the winter months being here, that means that all of the horses have started to grow into their winter coats, including Meisho Doto, because I love this horse. He is so absolutely fluffy and adorable.
Look at how fluffy he is! Look, chat. Look at my boy. Look at him, he's so goddamn fluffy! He's so fluffy! So cute! Look at the baby man, he's so fluffy!
Now. And as a shout out, wow, Northern Farm, the farm that houses him and many other retired racehorses, still has their crowdfunding campaign going. If anyone wants to forfeit all of their mortal possessions to this fluffy boy, they most certainly can. But I mean, even if you can't or you don't want to, everyone can appreciate just how fluffy and cute.
You're on my year's VIP in Rivals? Really? Wow. It's so funny because with my Twitch roundup, Marvel Rivals was listed as my best category. And I'm sitting here, are you fucking shitting me? Ow. Oh. Oh, I haven't played that game in several months. Ow. Fucking. Ow. I guess the streams just did that. Wow, I fucking guess. Hold up, I'm looking for one more video to put on, and then I'm thinking about playing something. I don't know what, and I don't know, I'm just kind of letting the vibes take me wherever they want. You know? Just following the vibes. I am not watching an extreme cheapskates skate. It's all the enemy teams stream sniping you. I don't think I'm that important that many people were stream sniping me. Like that, I feel like that's hubris to us. Like, I'm not that important of a streamer. I've only got a little bit over 1,000 subs, which is a lot for me, and I'm so grateful for it. But in the grand scheme of things, like... I'm sorry, I just saw a Korean corn dog covered in cheese, and I think I ejaculated a little. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna switch to something else to play, because I'm not really seeing any videos that are like, oh my god, I have to show chat! I have to show chat! Oh god, I've got so many messages. Oh good, Coffee found out some important information for me. Because basically, I'm trying to get in to see a psychiatrist. TLDR. TLDR. What to put on? I did a Mumusme yesterday. Yeah, because it turns out my OCD is, pretty fucking severe. Pretty fucking severe. Today got expensive real quick. Oh no, what happened? I think the alternator in my car shit itself. Uh-oh. That's, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's bad. I should probably try to sleep. Go get some sleep! Thank you for showing up for a stream for so long. Yeah, that's it. That's gonna be a cool couple hundred. Yeah, I want to try and get a team together for RV there yet, but everyone I've asked so far doesn't have it yet. Makes me sad, but oh well. It is what it. Not in the car won't start. Ah! Oh, that's dumb. Oh, that's fucked. That's fucked. And jumping doesn't work? Oh, that's extra fucked. You know what? I think I should end stream. Like, I was gonna try and stream a little bit longer, but I also want to try and do more laundry, because my laundry is nowhere near fucking done yet. I'm so far behind on that. Not only repairs, but likely towel. Oh, that day just got super expensive then. It's so much fun. I'm so fucking sorry. But yeah, y'all take care, stay safe, and remember it's all gonna be okay. The big stuff, the little stuff, and everything in between. So keep your chin up, the crown slips. We're going to raid my future model papa. I mean, the V3. Sad bun. Y'all take care, stay safe, and I will see you all tomorrow. And I'm probably gonna be playing some Warframe. Probably. Chances are good. Either that or Marvel Rivals. One of those two are about to sink their hooks back into me. Let's hope it's Warframe. For my sake. Oh, yeah. Let me type it in the raid message. Oh. I need to get a little dancing animated emo. Like, very badly. Probably commission one on VGen. But yeah, that's the raid message. Y'all take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for one more little cookie before I go. Everybody take care.